But a beautiful day for baseball, a packed stadium, and just a lot of good vibes down in that clubhouse, Dave. Everybody feeling very good about things. Is this, do we get, I think Lefko's trying to sabotage you because you laughed too hard at Shannon's joke when she said the wonderful Wyman and Bob Show, and Lefko too. So I think he's trying to sabotage you. I don't know. All right, well, we'll get Dave's headset fixed here in a minute. How about now?
How about now?
There we go. There we go.
Yeah, I did laugh too hard at Shannon's joke.
Yeah, Lefko's trying.
And Lefko, too.
He's like, that was funny, was it? How about this?
Yeah.
How funny is this? How funny is no mic?
I'll cut you off.
Let's see how you're laughing. Hey, Bob, talk to yourself. Huh. A couple of laughing hyenas back there. But no, just a great day, and the vibe down there. We were down there. We had a conversation with Dom Canzone, which we'll play for you in a little bit. But just it's, the celebratory music. It's just a different vibe down there.
Oh, man. First of all, it sucks going in there after, especially if it's a series loss.
Oh, it's brutal.
You just don't want to be in there. And I always admire the people that go in there, whether it's, rain or shine. And, that's always tough. I know
those are the beat writers.
Yeah.
they have to.
I'll tell you what, having been in, a locker room and after a loss and nobody really wants to talk, it's just painful. And I always feel bad for the people that have to go in there. I did the sidelines one time. Yeah. I filled in for Moyer. We lost at the Jets, and Eric Granstrom was the producer, and he does preseason stuff. And I'm like, I'm not going in there and doing interviews. Like, yes, you are. You get in there.
That's your job
yeah.
now.
So where did we went to Jeremy Stevens, who was really a good talker, Max Strong, and Matt Hasselbeck. Yeah. Those are your go-to guys. Who are the go-to guys on the Mariners, would you say?
It used to be their manager, Dan Wilson, was their go-to guy for a while back in the day. Yeah.
Buhner. Yeah.
Tom Lampkin, catchers.
Yeah, you were going in there and getting interviews, right? Back in the day?
Yeah. Back then, and those were the go-to guys, and those Mariner teams were losing more. Yeah. So it was
more often.
Yeah, and he had some extreme personalities in those clubhouses too back there, and the creeps like David Segui. But this is a good group out there, even if you're in there after a loss. Obviously, I think if you approach any of those guys, they're going to probably talk to you. But as a player, you're not excited to talk to somebody after you lose. So
no.
Some media guy comes up to you, you're probably thinking, great. Here we go.
Boy. Here we go. Especially there's like, wow, well, you really didn't score any points in the second half there.
Dave, looked like you missed a tackle out there that ended up resulting in a touchdown.
No, that never happened, Bob. That never happened.
Take us through that.
Yeah. Well, it's painful. Thanks for asking, and thanks for bringing it up.
No, but it was great to see the young guys come through today as far as the offense, because the offense was all in one bunch, and then it got shut down. But you had Cole Young and Colt Emerson. They were responsible for every run that got driven in today. And it's just, I think, as much as they look like they're unaffected and they're just riding the wave, I think you can't help but build the confidence of young guys, especially Colt, he's 20. And Cole's not much older. He's 22. But it's just it's fun to watch those guys. And especially for me, Cole Young is such a cool story, because last year – he just looked overmatched. He was getting beat by velocity, and he just looked a bit overmatched. And he just seeing how consistent he is and how much, even if he doesn't do anything at the plate, who he is defensively out there. There's so much optimism around that kid.
Yeah, well, the other thing is the Orioles helped us out a little bit. Tavares trying to barehand that.
I'm not sure what was going on.
He got an error on that, and then the left fielder fumbled one that was down the line, and then I think was it Colt that stole the base? That was his first stolen base, but it looked like if he didn't fumble who was it, Holiday, I think. If he didn't fumble that,
the ball popped out of his mitt. He might have beaten it. It was hard to tell. It was a big play, but
but I would have given him a chance, and so that was 3 times in the bottom of the first inning, and that's where all the action happened. But then because you had Brian Wu out there, he was just dealing, and got him all the way. So it was kind of a game that was won in that bottom of the first half, but. yeah, it's just it's been amazing watching the young guys, like you said, Cole Young and Colt Emerson in particular.
Yeah, it's amazing. Cole Young is now the only Mariners player to play in every game this season.
Wow.
How about that?
Yeah, and you had, well, I don't know where that stat is now, but like 21 of the last 25 games or 24 games where
he was on a pace. At one point, he had, I think, coming into this homestand, he had at least one hit in every game in June except for one. Mm-hmm. And then it was like dating back into May, it was 20 of 23 games he had at least one hit. I mean, he was just on such a roll, and it's just fun to watch a spot that's been, you know, what did we say? They had 8 different starting second basemen in the past 8 years.
Yeah.
You know, opening day. So just to get a look at a guy, you're looking at it going, well, that's our second baseman.
Right.
That's your guy for the foreseeable future. Hopefully, you know, the way we look at center field with Julio and the way we look at catcher with Cal, where you're just like, well, no, that's the guy there. That's you don't think about that spot. Second base is almost like left field for the Mariners, where you've certainly had guys there, and we've talked about it with Brett Boone, and you want to go back to the Julio Cruz days or whatever, but, you know, Robinson Cano, arguably the best second baseman you've had. Mm-hmm. Cole Young might be your guy.
Yeah. Yeah, when he's 22 or 23.
22, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that was it's kind of interesting, and I was obviously going to try to make a football comparison, kind of like center for the Seahawks.
Right.
Yeah. Now we got Jalen Sundell, so it looks like he's, you know, as far as what Mike said about him last year and what my eyes told me and the run game and whatnot. So yeah, it's just nice to know that you've got these young guys that are locking down, you know, situations. It's almost like every game you see Colt Emerson do something, whether it's, you know, stealing his first base or, you know, hitting a home run, but, you know, some of the just intuitive things that he does out on the field. Talked about that pop-up slide on the grounder and him, you know, running up Robles's tail the other night, scoring, and that perfect slide just slaps the plate, pops up. I mean, it just, he is, and that's a guy that hasn't turned 21 yet. So just amazing from, you know, that might be the middle of your defense for maybe another 10 to 12 years.
Let's hope so. Let's hope so. They'll be looking very good up the middle, catcher up the middle with your shortstop with Cole Young and Colt Emerson and Julio in center. It looks good. Meanwhile, it was an absolute gem from Brian Wu today. We're going to dive into what led to his success and why he thinks it's sustainable. That is coming your way next as we continue live from T-Mobile Park with Wyman and Bob. It's Seattle Sports on 710.
0-1 the count on Cal. Pitch on the way. Swinging a line, driving to left center field, falling fast.
He's back.
2 runs are in. Welcome back, Cal Raleigh off the IL.
Welcome back, Big Dumper.
Having Cal Raleigh back and being Cal Raleigh. Do you win that game if Cal Raleigh's not in the lineup last night? I don't think you do.
Listen to every at-bat wherever you are.
The crowd is going wild.
On the Seattle Sports app.
What is that sound? Ugh, that sounds like a plumbing sound. Luckily, there's a company that fixes all the plumbing sounds across Puget Sound. That's All Sound Plumbing. Puget Sound's plumbing experts. Have a sound? Visit allsoundplumbing.com.
Harry Douglas here to tell you about Fruity Rainbow 5-Hour Energy Shots. It's a fruity candy flavor explosion, and I mean explosion. Fruity Rainbow 5-Hour Energy Shots, a zero-sugar treat that's sweet tooth approved. These can take care of my candy cravings and provides a tasty caffeine kick without all the sugar. Fruity Rainbow 5-Hour Energy Shots. Get candy-flavored chaos with Fruity Rainbow 5-Hour Energy Shots, available online at 5hourenergy.com or Amazon.
Okay, I have to tell you, I was just looking on eBay where I go for all kinds of things I love, and there it was.
That hologram trading card. One of the rarest, the last one I needed for my set. Shiny like the
designer handbag of my dreams. One of a kind. eBay had it, and now everyone's asking, ooh, where'd you get your
windshield wipers? eBay has all the parts that fit my car. No more annoying, just beautiful.
Millions of finds, each with a story. eBay. Things people love.
Need a lift? At Levitt Machinery, we take a different approach to help you lift more and worry less. We take the time to learn how you work. Then we match your business with equipment that solves your unique challenges. From forklifts and telehandlers to track loaders and excavators, we make sure you get the right equipment at the right cost. Because when your equipment does its job, you can focus on yours. Talk to Levitt Machinery today. Stack it, reach it, lift it, Levitt.
Hi, this is Nancy Penrose, owner of Big Trees in Snohomish. Spring has sprung. Need color to brighten up your yard or privacy trees to keep your neighbors guessing? Now is the time to buy. With hundreds of trees arriving in the nursery daily, Big Trees has the perfect tree for you. Check out our updated inventory list online at bigtreesupply.com or come visit the nursery today.
Protecting workers' rights is the goal! Thousands of workers will help power the excitement of Seattle's Summer of Soccer from June 11th through July 19th. If you're working in hotels, stadiums, restaurants, security, temp jobs, or app-based delivery, you have rights. From wage theft to minimum pay, the Seattle Office of Labor Standards wants you to know that you are protected. Call 206-256-5297 or visit seattle.gov/labor standards.
Start having fun. Caesar Sportsbook at Muckleshoot Casino Resort is your #1 place to eat, drink, watch, and have fun. Keep up with your favorite sports anywhere and everywhere on property with the mobile app. Visit muckleshootcasino.com today. Scan the QR code and let the play begin.
Muckleshoot. Stacy here. Sell your car to Wayscar Ford, and when they resell it, they share half their profit with you. That's right. Sell your car to Wayscar Ford, Isuzu, and Auburn. They'll pay you today for your car, and once they resell it, they'll share half their profit with you. WayscarFord.com.
Honey, did you invite the minions over?
Hello. Well, you know how we talked about getting Wi-Fi from Xfinity?
Yeah.
I ordered it this morning, was online in minutes, then they showed up.
So they just came over to use the Wi-Fi?
They even brought their own devices and spellbook.
You didn't give them the new Wi-Fi password, right?
No.
That's good.
I gave them our old one. Because Xfinity lets us keep the same network name and password so devices connect instantly.
What do they want Wi-Fi for anyways?
Better not to know. Plausible deniability.
Get streaming or scheming instantly with same-day Wi-Fi from Xfinity. Plus, lock in one price for the most reliable fiber-powered Wi-Fi for 5 years. Guaranteed. And see Minions and Monsters only in theaters. Xfinity. Imagine that. Restrictions apply. Not available in all areas. Use of fiber coaxial cable. Learn more at xfinity.com/same-day Wi-Fi.
Are you looking for the best deal on a new home? Discover the D.R. Horton Home of the Week. With new home communities from Lacey to Stanwood, ranging from the low 500s to the high 1 millions, D.R. Horton has the right home at the best value for you. Your new home is within reach, so what are you waiting for? Learn more about the D.R. Horton Home of the Week. Visit drhorton.com and schedule a tour today. D.R. Horton, America's builder, an equal housing opportunity builder.
This is Seattle Sports.
Streaming through the Seattle Sports app.
KIRO AM Seattle. KIRO FM HD2 Tacoma. Home of the Seahawks, Mariners, and everything Seattle sports. From the Quantum Fiber Studio, this is Wyman and Bob.
On Seattle Sports.
Streaming live on the Seattle Sports app and at seattlesports.com.
Now, here are your hosts, Dave Wyman and Bob Stelton.
We are live at T-Mobile Park. It's Wyman and Bob, Seattle Sports on 710 on a glorious day outside. The sun is shining. Mariners win. They're in first place. Take 2 of 3 from the Orioles, and now they welcome the struggling Red Sox into town. And the beauty of this series is 2 of the pitching performances were outstanding. We talked about Logan Gilbert the other night. Had that first inning, gives up a run, almost gives up a home run on the very first pitch of the game, throws 24 pitches in the first inning, and then flips the switch, and he's Walter, and he just dominates. And he's been good. You look over his last 5 starts, we talked about that, a 1.5 ERA. More importantly, he got it done at home where he struggled. He looked great. And then Brian Wu, coming off a rough outing, as he's had a couple this year, absolutely dominant today. It was prime Brian Wu out there, 7 innings, 0 runs, 3 hits, 1 walk, 9 strikeouts. And he was out there dealing. And by the way, first time the Orioles have been shut out all season long. How about that? Last team in baseball to be holding on to that stat, and it's now gone.
And Brian took care of that.
Yeah.
So
here's a quick for those that missed it. This is Wu getting through the seventh inning here.
Now Brian ready, the 3-2 pitch, swinging a chopper along the first base line, coming up to go get it. Naylor, he's got it right at the bag, steps on the pillow for the out on Basayo, and another 1-2-3 inning for Brian Wu, who has retired 21 of his last 23 hitters in this game. He has been outstanding.
Well, you and I sat there and listened to him, as did most of the media afterwards, and he talked a lot about the the Seattle Children's Hospital visit that he had and the cleats and everything. And he went into, well, I want to wear them, but they're starting to fray. And, he was kind of, but I mean, just listening to him talk about that and kind of talk through it, like what's really important, and at first I was like, wow, this guy, he's kind of a tortured soul. But yet, it's more like he really is just, he's kind of putting everything in perspective, in his life. And I think that it seemed to really help him. But yeah, sitting there, listening to him, I mean, I think he's a really deep thinker, but sometimes you got to turn that off, and you could kind of hear the realization for that. So I thought it was just an amazing interview from him afterwards, and just to hear his thoughts. And the funniest thing was, though, that he was talking about, somebody asked him about the young guys, Cole and Colt, and he was like, well, they're still idiots.
Yeah.
But, they're just, they're really thoughtful guys, and this and that, and going on about his teammates. So, and that's the one thing you really get from this team. We're kind of finding this out about the pitching staff, that they are good teammates, because this whole piggyback thing could have, and it kind of did blow up a little bit, and then it sounds like everybody, had a meeting and they're okay with it. And the one thing you hear, what's the goal?
Win. Just win.
That's it. So, yeah, it's a good team, and I think it's kind of cool. I'll bring the Seahawks into it, because they are a group of really good dudes that support each other, and that really is meaningful. And, you and I have heard over the years, people, who cares if he's a good guy, this or that, as long as he can hit. But, there are some, those kind of teams get you through a period like right now where they're struggling because of injuries.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's been really cool to see different people work out. And then watching JP at third base, if you had seen, hadn't known that he was a shortstop, he looks like a third baseman.
Yeah. Well, he played third base, I think, when he came up with the Phillies, and then he moves to short. So it's not completely foreign to him.
Yeah. But as far as like, when's the last time he played third, whatever, it's pretty phenomenal.
Just the fact that he's the one that initiated that.
Yeah.
He's the one that went to the organization, said, I'll play third, and he sees what's going on. He knows Colt Emerson. They just signed this kid to a $95 million deal, and there's a commitment made to a guy who plays shortstop. So, yeah, he's a leader. And the thing that's cool is to hear these guys in that clubhouse talk about individuals, to hear them talk about, Cole Young and Colt Emerson, and hear them talk about JP, and just you see how tight-knit that clubhouse is. And you're right, as much as people like to poo-poo, who cares, as long as he can hit, as long as he can pitch, whatever, that stuff goes a long way when you're struggling.
Yeah.
I think it's easy when you're winning to deal with a guy maybe nobody likes, as long as he's contributing to the winning. But when things are rough, whether it's injuries, whether it's you're hitting a losing skid, and you got this guy over there that doesn't blend, and he's kind of a pill, or he's maybe a bit of a cancer in that clubhouse, then that becomes a much bigger thing, So I'm not. What are you laughing at?
My mom used to use that. You are a pill. You are just a little pill. I haven't heard that one in a long time.
He said, Mom, that's just my face. You got me the shirt. I'm fine. But, back to the original point, Brian Wu just looked spectacular today. And Dan Wilson, after the game, just talking about what allowed him to get that deep into the game.
There was no question about, wanting him to go as deep as he could, because he just had great stuff and got to 90 pitches. But you're right, he was on the attack the whole time, and that's what was so impressive. Tough to take him out with 90 pitches there, but I felt like that was a good time. to hand it over to the bullpen, which is fresh and ready to go. Zardo came in and just continued the work and did an outstanding job. But Brian really using all his stuff again today. I thought, give credit to Garv back there, a good game plan. They went out there and attacked, and he executed pitch after pitch.
We were all over the pitch challenges, too. And I thought the guy behind the plate was...
He was having a rough day.
He had a really rough day because there were like 5 in a row where he was wrong. And you could see him kind of like his body language, like he was getting flustered
with
a little
both
bit.
teams there.
Yeah.
Just left and right. Yeah. I like that. He's talking about Zardo, Garv, I love the nickname.
We need a translator.
Yeah.
Well, Schneider does the same thing.
I know.
We're talking about EK and Strick and Armani, and he's like, well, wait, who is that?
Yeah, so. Fans at home are going, wait, I think I've heard that name before, but just tremendous to see Wu do that. And then now tomorrow will be the first of the first piggyback, the combo that we've seen. We'll see what the other combos are, and I'm sure, Shannon, you want to put on your headset for a minute?
Are you going to make
I'm going to make Shannon work
overtime?
one more time.
What can we give to Shannon that
she gets to sit next to Lefko? Is that not enough of a payoff there?
Not really.
Not even a please, really? Shannon, put on the headphones and talk some more. You've only been doing this for how many hours?
We're cooler than that. Come on.
Shannon, please.
Thank you, Dave. I appreciate that.
Will you please join us for a moment?
Yes, Bob.
I'm assuming the matchups are going to be dictated by timing, where these guys are in their rest, right? So what are we looking at as the potential matchups? We know obviously tomorrow it's Miller and it's Castillo.
Honestly, I need to sit down with a schedule because the days, I'm not sure if they have to do a 6-man in here somewhere. What they said is they're going to do it 3 times between now and the All-Star break, and there are days off in between. So the 2 things to look for are, I think that they do want to keep, if there is an off day, they basically have been working with the extra day all along because they've had so many off days. That will they stay in rotation through that and push it to the next, or will they do the piggyback there? So I'm not sure, but what this will have to look like would be you'll have to see 2 pitchers who are next to each other in the order piggybacking.
Right.
So I think that if you sit down and you count the off days, you can probably figure out what they're going to do. I just don't know the order that they're going to do it.
I like that you said that on the broadcast. I was driving in and you said, I haven't really found the time to go through and look, because I was like, okay, good. Me neither, because I'm looking at, when is this going to fall? But
and the unknowns are, who's going to be the one that starts? Who's going to be the one that comes out of the bullpen? And then how flexible are, we were talking about it yesterday, how flexible are they with their plan? Let's hypothetically say it's Kirby and Hancock.
Right.
And Kirby starts, and what if Kirby's rolling? He's got a 1-hitter, his pitch count's in line, and he's just dominating. Are they just going, well, too bad we said you're going 5, and now Hancock comes out? Or I've got to believe there's some flexibility in there.
I think it's probably only if you're throwing a no-hitter, because they have to be consistent with this. You talk about the communication problem that they had at the beginning of this. They've all sat down and agreed to this. This is the plan. They were given 2 plans, the pitchers, and this is the one that they came up with. So I'm going to think that they are going to want everybody to hold to what was said. And the other thing to keep in mind is, what if somebody is struggling? This is also very much for the bullpen, which is down an arm because they are keeping 6 in the rotation, and down Criswell and Brash right now too.
Right.
So you actually really need that day off that they have. So I think they're going to do everything they can to actually really keep it to the 2 starters, unless maybe there's an option to put in a pivot to get out of one inning.
Get out of the jam or something.
But I don't think, and we didn't see
which we saw the first time with Ferrer.
Exactly. But we also saw Castillo close out a game. And so I think that they are going to do everything they can to keep it to that, while acknowledging that something's going to go wrong at some point. Nothing is ever perfectly as you plan it. Although the first few times they went through the piggyback, it was about as close as you can imagine.
Yeah.
So it did work pretty well.
But we were trying to determine, again, hypothetically, Kirby starts and his pitch count's in great shape and he's given up 1 hit through 5. I can't imagine, even if it's part of the plan, he's going to be thinking, man, I'm dealing here. You're going to yank me out of here?
Yeah, I think they are. I really do, because the other guy's got to get his innings and his pitches too.
See, the worst would be they do that. Whoever comes in behind him, comes in and blows up. They're going to be, great, why didn't you leave him in there?
And it's if you think about it, it's tougher for the guy that follows.
Yes,
you give
100%.
up runs in the first, second, third inning, fine. There's plenty of time. So this guy is coming in, and even though they're both, you're both starters, we're telling you that, it's the other guy's record, which wins and losses obviously aren't very important anymore, but you still had that feeling that you want to preserve that win for the guy who started the game. So there's a lot of pressure on the second guy because you're trying to preserve that win, and you don't have as much room for error as the starter does.
It's going to be interesting.
I think it was Charlie talking to, we had Charlie Furbush on the other day, and he was talking about how you can go and throw maybe a bullpen. Was he talking about going and like stretching out if you only get 2 innings and you're a starter, and then, you haven't gotten enough work, so you can go and maybe continue. I don't know, you're talking about maybe going off somewhere else and,
after the game.
After the game.
Yeah. They do that in spring training a lot. And sometimes you'll actually see like relievers who haven't had a lot of work might actually throw a bullpen out in the bullpen as a game is ending if they're not used in that situation.
Okay.
So if they didn't get enough, they could throw afterwards.
Yeah.
But the whole idea is they're going to get close to their pitches, about 75 pitches.
So you think, no hitter aside, that's the only probable exception to the rule?
I think so.
If a guy's rolling, so what? But if he's no hitter, I would think if there's no hitter, every pitcher in that clubhouse and out in the bullpen is going to go.
No. Yeah, at that point. I mean, but even if there's one hit, I think they will. And I mean, how far you're going 5 innings basically. So.
But you're right about the pressure, because if that guy is dealing and he's shutting out the opposition, then you come in and maybe you give up a long ball right out of the gates, or you start walking guys. All of a sudden, you're like, this guy set the tone, and you're coming in and throwing.
And you've warmed up differently too, and that's the tough thing. It's not your normal routine. I think Luis is probably a little bit used to it now, but let's say it is Emerson Hancock who does it. He's not going to be it, but he did work out of the pen last year a little bit, so maybe that helps. And whoever the third one is, I think that'll be the bigger adjustment.
You know who doesn't need to throw pitches in a bullpen after the game? Shannon. Yeah. Look at her. We're keeping her. We're keeping her. Yeah.
Are you throwing more pitches?
Throwing a bullpen
tired
right now.
Throwing pitches. Yeah. That a long stretch.
All right, we'll let you go. We appreciate it, Shannon.
Thanks, Shannon.
Say hi to say goodbye to Mike Lefkoe.
Do I have to?
Well, not really. That's our Mariners insider Shannon Dreher with us as we continue live from the T-Mobile radio booth here at T-Mobile Park. The roof is open. The Seagulls are having at it in the stands, cleaning things up as they are want to do. I love how trained they are. Just the second this place is empty, they start doing all the work that the workers don't have to do.
They come in and just make a bigger mess is what they do.
They cleaned it up. I think they eat all the stuff that would normally have to be swept up.
Pooping everywhere.
Well, there's that. I don't know. There's that. Text line is there for you at 866-979-3776. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting to watch how the piggybacking beyond. We've seen tomorrow's version. Hopefully it goes well again. Tomorrow, Bryce Miller will start. Luis Castillo will be the. I'm not even going to get into carrier, rider, or whatever the hell that. Yeah, whatever that is.
According to Divish.
He'll be the one coming out of the bullpen.
Yeah.
But after that, whenever the next one is, that's going to be fascinating to watch and just see, how they determine who's going to be the one that starts, who's going to be the one that comes out of the bullpen. Is it based on mentality? Is it based on stuff?
Well, experience. You mentioned this yesterday that Emerson Hancock is thrown out of the bullpen.
Yeah.
Before.
I would almost guarantee he's the one that comes out second on whatever day he does it.
Well, what about? Didn't they do some of that with
Logan in the playoffs?
In the playoffs.
Yeah, but I mean, he's got more experience. He did it regular season, so I think it feels like it'd be much more natural for him, even though he's been a starter all season long. So I don't know how they determine who goes first, who goes second.
Yeah,
we'll see how it works. But there's a good point by Shannon. I mean, presumably, hopefully, the guy that starts lights it up, goes out there, and he's just shoving out there. The guy coming out of the bullpen's that does increase the pressure. Like, I can't screw this up. This guy's been shutting them out the whole game, and maybe it's 1-0. Maybe the offense hasn't lit them up either, and it's 1-0. That's a lot of pressure on you to come in there and sustain that.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I think you worry about it, but you also, there could be some spectacular performances. And again, the whole thing just has to do with the fact that we have too much good starting pitching. And, we talked about it yesterday, and we've always talked about this, that most places don't have, you have like 3, and then it's like, the 4th guy's maybe a little bit shaky, 5th guy, not a starter anywhere. And they have the opposite problem. So, but, and I think that's kind of cool when you look at it that way. And, maybe at the end of the year, we look back and go, wow, the way they handled that, Jerry, Justin, Dan, was just phenomenal. And, it's turns out to be a good thing. So
hopefully we're having that reflection.
Yeah.
Hopefully we're going, wow, everybody was a little shaky on that whole idea to begin with, but look at how it turned out. Yeah, I hope we're having that conversation. Yeah. And the other part of what's been going on is just them trying to tread water while their roster's been ravaged with injuries. Jeez. I mean, just one after another after another. They lost Julio after he makes that spectacular catch in center field. It almost looked planned, the way he just kind of glides, and he's kind of the
looked way like he was freezing for
kind
a photo.
Of, yeah. It looked like something you'd see as a logo on a shoe.
Right.
It's just he glides through center field, and there he is in the air making the spectacular catch, and apparently he had a spasm in the hamstring, and he left the game. And then he didn't play today, but it sounds like, I saw him down there in the clubhouse when we went down there, and there was no wrap or anything on his leg. He looks like, and I think Shannon said she talked to him briefly, and everybody made it sound like no big deal. Like today was more of a, let's be careful. Right. We don't need to run him out there. Let's not run him out there. Robles can play center field.
And Paul Moyer was very happy to see that because he thinks that he might be a better center fielder than Julio.
Paul's going to flip on the TV from Bandon Dunes down there and go, wow, they benched Julio and they brought Robles in there.
They listened to me. They listened to me.
But I would assume he'll be back tomorrow. We'll see. But you're dealing with that. You got Randy on the IL, who was your most consistent hitter this season to this point. And then, Rayleigh has not been available. He had a little back issue going on.
And then he gets the flu?
He's got the flu.
It's ridiculous. I mean, we're so snake bit. That has to turn around, right?
Yeah, I was trying to think of who's around him, around his locker, because I'm hoping they don't catch it.
Oh, I thought you were afraid that he gave it to you.
No, I steered clear of him. I steered clear of him. He had no shirt on.
Bob will be pissed at whoever, it's his fault.
Who's right next to him, his locker?
That would be the guy who's played in every game this season.
Cole Young.
Yes.
Cole Young.
Oh,
boy.
Yeah, he's young. He can fight.
And who's on the other side of him?
It's empty right now.
Okay,
It kind of been Brendan Donovan.
All right.
But, yeah, that's kind of an open corner right there. But Cole Young is directly next to him.
All right. Hopefully he was able to escape the germs flying through the air. He's been so big for this team.
I think if he had like this he might have just hit a walk-off grand slam, Bob is not going to go interview him at his locker because he's sick.
Anybody got any of those COVID masks left over?
Yeah.
I'll be the one guy standing there interviewing him with a mask. But no, it's hopefully he's beyond that soon, because that's your home run leader right there.
Yeah.
And you need him in that lineup. And the other thing that stood out in just a couple of games is, and we mentioned it briefly earlier, J.P. Crawford looks very natural at third base.
Wow.
I know it's only been a couple of games, and we'll see, but seeing him handle a hot shot down the line today, his first game, he didn't have any really hard hit balls. He had a pop-up, was his very first play, and it was like fourth, fifth inning. It was deep into the game before he ever got that, and then he had a couple of short hops. Picked it nice at first. First one made the throw, perfect. Second one, he ate the throw, which was the right move in that situation. Right. And then today had one just blistered down to him. And
that one today was phenomenal all the way through. I mean, I felt like it couldn't have been more on target as far as the throw. But, yeah, it was like kind of a short hop that he just made it look easy.
Yeah.
And I was really impressed by that. It looks great. So
it was kind of a sigh of relief, right? Because you're like, well, what if he looks really bad? Then what do they do there?
Yeah.
Are they going to flip him back? Are they going to put him back at short and move Colt back to third? You obviously they're watching him when he's been taking reps out there before games and when we're not here, so they probably pretty certain as to what they were going to see there. But till game time happens and the lights are on, you don't really know, and it's kind of a relief to see that, because it makes you feel like, all right, your infield solidified there. He's going to be your third baseman certainly for this season. You got your shortstop, second baseman, and first baseman. You're good.
Well, what if JP continues to make plays like that, and he's good at the plate? Brendan Donovan gets healthy. What are we doing?
Donovan's your rover because he can play outfield.
He can play left field.
Yeah, he can play.
He can DH.
He can DH. He can play outfield. He can play all over. He's played second base. You don't need him at second base, but he could give Cole a day off at some point. So yeah, he becomes very valuable. I mean, he's already valuable. You want that bat in your lineup because he got off to such a great start offensively. But yeah, I don't think there's a problem when he comes back. If JP's rolling at third, it's not going to be looked at as an oh-no situation with Donovan.
Maybe him and JP will piggyback third base, Bob.
One gets the first 5 innings, the other one gets the second 4.
There we go.
Yeah, all right. Meanwhile,
just in case that's a thing, I want credit for it. Okay. It's the stupidest thing ever, but in case it happens.
They've gone from the rotation to the infielders are now piggybacking. It's great. Meanwhile, he's been the hottest hitter in baseball over the past month. We're going to talk to Dominic Canzone about that and much more. That's coming your way next with Wyman and Bob live from T-Mobile Park. It is Seattle Sports on 710.
0-1 the count on Cal. Pitch on the way. Swinging a line, driving to left center field, falling fast.
He's back.
2 runs are in. Welcome back, Cal Raleigh off the IL.
Welcome back, Big Dumper.
Having Cal Raleigh back and being Cal Raleigh. Do you win that game if Cal Raleigh's not in the lineup last night? I don't think you do.
Listen to every at-bat wherever you are.
The crowd is going wild.
On the Seattle Sports app.
Hey, what if I told you a local credit union is giving members up to $30 per month just to make everyday purchases? It's Dave Wyman here, and when I heard about the offer from Harborstone Credit Union, I said, sign me up, and that's exactly what I did at harborstone.com/cash, and, I'm not that tech savvy, but opening a check account, it was really easy enough for me to figure out. I know you can do it too, and I got my PNW cashback checking account for free. No fees or minimums, and when I make everyday purchases with my Harborstone PNW cashback debit card, I earn up to $30 each month, and my wife, she loves it when I get cash back on gas, groceries, coffee, travel, lunch. All categories count toward your cash back, and you can even tap to pay. Yeah, I figured that out too. That one's really easy. So if you live, work, or worship in the state of Washington, sign up for a membership with Harborstone Credit Union and get the PNW Cashback free checking account. Open the free account online like I did at harborstone.com/cash, or you can visit one of their 29 branches across the Northwest. That's harborstone.com/cash. Insured by NCUA. Terms and conditions apply.
Since time immemorial, the Puyallup tribe of Indians have lived on what is now called Puget Sound. The Puyallup tribe is a sovereign nation of more than 6,000 members and one of the largest employers in Pierce County. Today, the Puyallup tribe continues to serve its members and community with generosity and is committed to building a sustainable way of life for future generations. Learn more at puyalluptribe-nsn.gov. That's puyalluptribe-nsn.gov.
Do you need a new roof? Visit 3treeroofing.com to schedule your free estimate and secure $500 off your project this summer. Our technicians build a custom plan to ensure a high-quality roof installation every time. 3 Tree Roofing, your Puget Sound roofing experts.
2 years ago, my office launched a major media campaign to identify a key witness to our client's bicycle accident, which we later settled for $10 million. Because when we accept a case, we don't rest until we do everything possible to improve our client's chance of recovery. We're one of only a few firms in the state with an in-house investigation team building our clients' cases. So when you hire Davis Law Group, you don't just get a dedicated and award-winning legal team. You get our commitment to better service and even better results. Request a free consultation today at 206-888-8888.
Progressive knows you could have easily taken the freeway, but you took the scenic route to see a waterfall and an oddly busy boiled peanut stand. Discovering the unexpected is exactly why you bought an RV, so protect it with a bundle from Progressive. Because although you may be 3 hours behind schedule, you're 6 jars of jam richer and possibly enrolled in a butter-churning workshop. Switch to Progressive and protect your RV, boat, or motorcycle by bundling with your home and auto insurance. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and third-party insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer at a beverage manufacturing plant, he starts his day knowing every line is ready to run because Grainger delivers the industrial-grade products he needs to keep mixers, conveyors, and packaging equipment moving. With Grainger's vast selection of bearings, belts, and motors, he keeps operations running smoothly, so nothing grinds to a halt. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
In 2026, Bay Alarm celebrates 80 years of security. With burglar and fire alarm systems, 24/7 in-house monitoring, and local service, our promise to the Puget Sound remains the same. We got you. Learn more at bayalarm.com.
The home of the Mariners.
It is gone! Cal Raleigh, 2-run home run!
Hear every pitch on 710 and the Seattle Sports app.
Honey, did you invite the minions over?
Well, you know how we talked about getting Wi-Fi from Xfinity?
Yeah.
I ordered it this morning, was online in minutes, then they showed up.
So they just came over to use the Wi-Fi?
They even brought their own devices and spell book.
You didn't give them the new Wi-Fi password, right?
No.
That's good.
I gave them our old one. Because Xfinity lets us keep the same network name and password so devices connect instantly.
What do they want Wi-Fi for anyways?
Better not to know. Plausible deniability.
Get streaming or scheming instantly with same-day Wi-Fi from Xfinity. Plus, lock in one price for the most reliable fiber-powered Wi-Fi for 5 years. Guaranteed. And see Minions and Monsters only in theaters. Xfinity. Imagine that. Restrictions apply. Not available in all areas. Use of fiber coaxial cable. Learn more at xfinity.com/same-day Wi-Fi.
With Progressive's Name Your Price tool, you can choose the best coverage option for you. Because you know you. Like, you know that hiking isn't for you. Sure, it sounds nice to be in nature while exercising, but that's what a gym and houseplants are for. I mean, you don't even like walking upstairs. So why would you walk up a hill for miles? To what, end up high in the air? Come on, you know you're scared of heights. Only you know you. So get coverage options within your budget with Progressive's Name Your Price tool. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Pricing coverage match limited by state law.
Hey, Green Gobbler here. So you've got a clogged drain in your bathroom. Water in the sink's overstaying its welcome. You're spitting today's toothpaste on top of yesterday's toothpaste. You hope that it'd go away. Yeah, clogs don't just go away. I make them go away. I'm Green Gobbler, the only clog dissolver you need. I'm bleach-free, safe for your pipes, and I work. Guaranteed or your money back. Because I never met a clog that was gonna unclog itself. Green Gobbler. Let the gobbler get it.
From the Quantum Fiber Studio, you're listening to Wyman and Bob.
Weekdays, 2 to 7.
On Seattle Sports and 97.3 FM HD2.
We continue live from T-Mobile Park. It's Wyman and Bob, Seattle Sports on 710. Mariners get the win today, and they get the series win over the Baltimore Orioles. And a guy who's been absolutely scorching hot for this team at the plate was down there after the game in a very celebratory mood. Was that clubhouse. We got a chance to catch up with the one, the only Dom Canzone.
Look, when you're as hot as you've been, you got to do media, man. And we got to talk about how great you've been lately, obviously. I don't know. Is it weird for you to talk about it? Is it almost like some players are superstitious? They want to overanalyze. They just want to go out there and just let it flow until it stops. But for you, do you mind talking about it, or is it something you just are?
Oh, I'm not superstitious at all.
No?
No, not at all. Not with anything. So
what's been the difference lately? I mean, it seems like you are just on a tear and seeing everything out there.
Yeah, I mean, just trying to stay consistent, trying to stay through the middle of the field. I mean, just trying to go in every day and try to have a good at bat. Just getting a better idea of how the pitchers are trying to attack you in certain situations, whether there's runners on or nobody on. So I think just getting the bats and getting in the flow of the game has been huge.
It feels like you guys have been unlucky as far as injuries have gone, but I know being on a team, you're always like, hey, it's next guy up, right? I mean, that's kind of the mentality you have to have in situations like that, right?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we're a very deep organization. We got a lot of really good players that can come in and do a job. Stroh had a few unreal defensive plays today, so just a guy like that just came up and able to grind through a day game like that. Just JP moving over to the third and making some really good plays. So not even just with the bats guys having good at bats, but in the field, and obviously the pitching staff holding it down is huge.
When you're rolling like you are, and you talked about how they were approaching you, do you notice a change from game to game when you're Like the word gets out, all right, this guy's hot, let's start trying to find that hole in the zone?
Yeah, I mean, again, kind of like I said before, just at bat to at bat. First at bat, Naylor hits a double, and first base kind of opens, so they're going to try to probably start you off with some soft stuff and probably away, try to get you to roll over. So just being patient and trying to find a situation to attack, but also just being mindful of the situation. And yeah.
So you said you're not superstitious. What are some of the more crazy superstitions that you've seen from, you don't have to name names, but from teammates over the years?
Oh man, I don't know if we have anything like too crazy, and I don't know if they'd even want me to talk about it, so I'll just keep that one in the clubhouse. Yeah.
So you won't even use the same bat, like, hey, this has been my lucky bat, this has been what I ate before this day when I had 3 hits and a home run?
No, I mean, sometimes I'll even like change, because not all bats come the same weight, even though they say they're the same weight. So sometimes if a guy's throwing slower, I think I'm going to get a changeup or something. I'll use a heavier bat every once in a while. So it just kind of depends pitcher to pitcher and, which bat feels good that day.
How much do you pay attention to the division and seeing, all right, what did the A's do today or what did the Rangers do today? Because it's been such a close race. You guys are still sitting there in first, but the gap gets bigger, smaller. Do you pay attention to that?
I mean, it's hard not to look at it just because baseball's in the clubhouse every single day. So you kind of have an idea of where everybody's at. But at the same time, we know if we play our brand of baseball, we're going to be in a good spot for the playoffs.
Hey, from what you hear, I know you're an outfielder, but like, what are some of the things that are said? I heard that J.P. Crawford is like one of the better guys at the mound. When you have the meeting at the mound, what are some of those discussions like? I know, like I said, you're in the outfield, but from what you understand and what makes JP such a good mound visit? Because I think some of the pitchers were saying that like he says some of the best things.
Yeah, I mean, I would love to listen in on that, but Bone kicked me out of the infield a long time ago. So, yeah, I don't know exactly what he says, but I love how he just leads and everybody respects him. I mean, he's played an unreal amount of games here as a Mariner, so whatever comes out of his mouth is just is taken to heart.
Obviously, you're still a young guy in the sport, but you got even younger guys in Cole Young and Colt Emerson. Are you somebody that'll approach them and say, hey, man, try this? Or if you see them scuffling or doing anything, are you somebody that will approach them, or you just wait for them to come to you?
They're doing a pretty unreal job right now. So whenever someone's doing their job really well, you just let them be. And the more you can minimize thoughts, and the last thing you want to do is overthink things. So when they're rolling, the last thing you want to do is go up and talk to them about anything.
Were you a guy that would approach a veteran, or was there anybody you would seek out as a young player and sort of pick their brain about, how do I get out of this slump, or how do I approach this pitcher, things like that?
I mean, I still go up to some of the vets. I ask Garv questions all the time. I'll ask JP questions, Cal. So it just kind of depends on the day, the situation, or, you're always trying to learn every single day. I mean, even the veterans will ask questions. So I think just learning from your teammates and what does this guy got? What does that guy got? So I think the more you, every single day, the more you play, you realize that you don't really know that much. So yeah, it's just fun to learn every day and try to get a better understanding of the game and attack each situation.
Maybe I haven't seen it on television because you're hot right now, but I haven't seen many the celebration thing, the chef's, what's it called? Chef's kiss thing.
I've been doing it, yeah.
Okay, it's not being caught on camera.
Oh, it's not caught on camera? Maybe I do it a little late. I don't know. I do though.
Yeah, you got to work on the timing on that.
Yeah, yeah.
JP just walked by. How big is it to have, you talked about him being one of the veteran leaders in this clubhouse, for him to approach the team and say, look, I'll play third base. I'll do whatever it takes, to have him basically kind of give up his position to a young guy to say, if that helps us win, I'll do that. Seeing the pitchers piggybacking, kind of everybody putting ego aside, that's got to kind of filter through the clubhouse, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to lie. It was a little frustrating when the media first came out and was like, there was that discrepancy between him and Colt or whatever, and that was just the exact opposite of what was going on. He was taking ground balls at third the next day, so that it's tough when that stuff kind of comes out, because he does everything for this team, and he's nothing but a team guy, and he's been there for all of us. And for a veteran to say, you know what's best for the team is me to move to third right now, and you see how well Colt's doing over at short, and it's helped us win ball games.
Yeah, it's amazing, this team. I mean, we've talked quite a lot about the fact that you guys have such good chemistry in here because the whole pitching thing with the piggyback and everything like that. And it just became very clear that you guys really, I mean, your character really comes through. And this is just a tight team that seems to love each other.
Yeah, 100%. When you got a lot of outside stuff going on like that, and it's easy to get caught up in it. But, I mean, again, like you said, everybody loves each other in here, and everyone's got each other's backs. So it's very easy to have teams crumble when things aren't going well or they don't like the situation they're in. And, that happens in other organizations, and it hasn't happened here yet. And like you kind of spoke on before with the injuries and things, to just be in first place and trying to hold it down before all of our guys get back is just a testament to how deep this organization really is.
Last one before we let you go. Are you somebody that sets goals for yourself before the season? Do you set any sort of numbers? I want to, play in this many games. I want this many home runs. I want my average to be here. Anything like that?
I mean, we have like our player plans with the coaches and stuff, and we kind of go over like what they expect, what your role is, that type of deal. But chasing numbers is I think a mistake for sure. You don't want to keep looking up at that scoreboard and be like, oh, I'm not there yet. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing that. So again, just trying to take pressure off and letting the game come to you, and the numbers will speak for themselves at the end of the year as long as you just kind of go in and do your routine every day.
Well, congrats on the series win and the role you've been on, man. It's been great to watch.
Appreciate you guys. Thank you.
There you go. There's Dom Canzone after the game today, a guy who's just been red hot, and good to see him, finding it. Remember, he got sent down last year, came back, right. And was a different hitter once he came back. And I don't, what that was more of a mental adjustment as opposed to mechanical, but it's kind of interesting to speak to a baseball player who has no superstition.
Yeah, no kidding.
Because I've talked to guys who said, nah, I'm not really superstitious. I'm like, okay, so you switch up your bats or your no. That's or you see all these guys have different gloves and different colored gloves, different cleats. And
remember Blowers told us about how upset he was when
he lost
his glove.
The gamer.
Yeah. And somebody swiped it, I think. Yeah. And of course it was I think it was against the A's down there.
Was it?
Yeah. But yeah.
They got a lot. I don't know. Everybody's different, but you see, like Julio's got one that looks almost dark pink, and he's got a blue one. He's got a red. I mean, they got so many different gloves out there, but some guys have that one, and it's their gamer.
Yeah.
You don't mess with it.
Yeah. Well, and I say Oakland because that was such a crap hole down there.
It seems like
that stadium just was such a mess.
Likely place for theft.
A mess.
Meanwhile, there were some notable developments happening around baseball. We're going to get into some of that coming up next with Wyman and Bob as we continue live from T-Mobile Park. It's Seattle Sports on 710.
Think you know the Mariners? Not if you aren't subscribed to the Daily Mariners newsletter from Seattle Sports.
That's what they've been waiting for.
The latest Mariners news and injury updates, exclusives from Mariners insider Shannon Dreyer.
You look at the pieces and how it works.
Plus the best takes and breakdowns from your favorite Seattle Sports hosts and contributors.
The Mariners seem to be trying to build something that I think is a little bit more sustainable.
The Daily Mariners newsletter.
Monster solo home run.
Subscribe at seattlesports.com/newsletter.
Hey, it's Dave Wyman here, and you've heard me talk about a local company for over a year now, Harley Exteriors. And I recently sat down with them, and they're such good people, and I was really excited to hear about the many Seattle Sports listeners they've worked on with window, door replacements. And Harley Exteriors has stepped up with a can't-miss offer. $450 off each new window, $1,000 off each patio door or entry door, 12-month and 18-month, no interest, no payment options, plus $200 off your final project total. If that isn't enough to get you started on your new project, I don't know what is. So schedule a consultation just like I did. Call 833-HARLEY, that's HARLEY, or go to harleyexteriors.com.
Minimum purchase of 4 windows required for window discount. Qualifying windows must be 36 by 36 or larger. No size minimum on patio or entry doors. Financing subject to credit approval. Cannot be combined with other offers outside this promotion. Offer valid through June 30th.
What does baseball and Klein Jewelers have in common? Diamonds, of course. Hi, Andy Klein here. Sure, we love baseball, but we love diamonds even more. Why? Because our diamonds sparkle and last longer than 9 innings. Every diamond is hand-selected for maximum brilliance, quality, and value. Klein Jewelers by the Fountain in downtown Edmonds also has a big selection of engagement rings, wedding bands, diamond and gemstone fashion jewelry, and one-of-a-kind custom designs. Swing for the fences and shine with Klein.
Harry Douglas here to help you get in on the sweet life with Cotton Candy 5-Hour Energy. It's that classic throwback cotton candy flavor, but with 0 sugar and a 5-hour energy boost. I keep these with me so I can tackle that sweet tooth with a tasty caffeine kick and no guilty sugary aftermath. Bring on the sweetness with Cotton Candy 5-Hour Energy Shots. Cotton Candy 5-Hour Energy. Available online at 5hourenergy.com or Amazon.
I'm David Ortiz. When I lost my mom, she was only 46. And I lost my dad to cancer. It was the worst pain I ever felt. It made me think, what will happen with the people I love when my time is up? That's why I have life insurance. Ethos makes it easy. It's all online, take about 10 minutes, and you can get up to $3 million in coverage.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ethos.com/game. Paid testimonial. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Get ready for soccer's biggest stage. Join Dick's Sporting Goods for a pep rally at Northgate Mall June 19th, featuring a live DJ, activities, and more. Bring the energy and rep the red, white, and blue before kickoff. Dick's Sporting Goods at Northgate Mall, 9 a.m. to noon. When your equipment is down, every minute counts. Levitt Machinery has the parts, technicians, and expertise to get you back up and running fast. Because if it's forked, we fix it. LevittMachinery.com. Need a lift? Stack it, reach it, lift it, Levitt.
Valvoline Instant Oil Change presents Wisdom from the Road.
Summer means wide open spaces and a whole lot of extra miles. The last place you want your engine to give out is halfway to nowhere. Out here, low oil or a weak battery is just an ambush waiting to happen. That's why every oil change at Valvoline Instant Oil Change includes an 18-point maintenance check. These techs are trained to help spot issues early and keep you riding easy.
Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
Change wisely.
The home of the Mariners.
It is gone! Cal Raleigh, 2-run home run.
Hear every pitch on 710 and the Seattle Sports app.
June is Men's Health Month, and Swedish Cyberknife is encouraging men to talk about their own health with family members and medical professionals. Swedish Cyberknife can effectively treat conditions like prostate cancer, which can run in the family. Swedish Cyberknife requires only 5 short treatments, each lasting less than an hour. To learn more about Cyberknife for prostate cancer treatment, go to swedish.org/cyberknifeprostate. Treat prostate cancer with Swedish Cyberknife.
Cyberknife is a registered trademark of Accuray Incorporated and is used with permission.
Running a small business means juggling a lot. Your network has to handle it all. That's where a fiber-only provider falls short. You deserve a partner who gives you a greater advantage. Introducing the Total Solutions Advantage only from Comcast Business. A first-ever combination of the largest, fastest fiber-powered network, the most reliable Wi-Fi, gig speeds with equipment and security included, and a 5-year price lock. Plus, it's all backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee. The Total Solutions Advantage only from Comcast Business. A new standard for small business with reliability, security, and savings in one. When you add it all up, no one does business like Comcast Business.
Switch today. Get started for $60 a month for 12 months when you add an advanced solution to a qualifying internet package. Limited time offer. New customers only. Requires 300 megabits per second internet, security edge, and additional qualifying service. 1-year agreement, paperless billing, and autopay with bank account required. Taxes and fees extra. Most reliable Wi-Fi based on Open Signal Awards USA Fixed Broadband Experience Report, May 2025.
Immaculate greens, unrivaled natural beauty, championship caliber conditions. Bump letting you know Loomis Trail is the epitome of Northwest golf. With water in play on every hole and tree-lined fairways, you better hit them straight. Loomis Trail provides a fantastic golf experience for those who want a challenge and those looking for a fun getaway. What round are you up for? Tee times available online at golfloomis.com. Start planning your perfect golf getaway today. After the round, enjoy a stay at Silver Reef Casino Resort. Go to golfloomis.com.
From the Quantum Fiber Studio, you're listening to Wyman and Bob.
Weekdays 2 to 7.
On Seattle Sports and 97.3 FM HD2.
We continue live from T-Mobile Park. It's Wyman and Bob, Seattle Sports on 710. We'll be back out here tomorrow, Dave. Should we just crash here?
We should just sleep here because...
Should we see if Jerry will let us crash in his office? Or, I don't know.
Maybe
John Stamps' office?
Jerry. Maybe we'll go down into like where the laundry room is. I think that would be more likely where they would put us.
I think that's probably where they would put us, or in the visiting clubhouse or something. I think there's a nap room down there that was established when Nelson Cruz was here because he was a very big pregame nap guy.
I have no idea how you could do that.
I wouldn't be able to do it. My adrenaline would be going.
Oh, yeah.
But I guess when you're that good and you've been playing that long, you're just like,
Well, I mean, baseball, totally different sport. But, yeah, I've heard stories of people, like, before football games taking naps. And I'm like, couldn't do it.
Yeah.
Couldn't do it.
Yeah, I can't relate.
Yeah, so what, the soccer game is at noon.
Yeah. World Cup, U.S. versus Australia. We've already heard that if Australia wins, that Ryan Rowland-Smith will charge down the street in nothing but an Australian flag wrapped around his head. So that'll be.
He volunteered to that?
He doesn't know it, but I've volunteered him for it. But yeah, that'll be going on at noon, and then the Mariner game will be happening here tomorrow night. So hopefully we'll be able to get in and not deal with too much of a trap. We'll get here after the game starts over at Lumen Field. So hopefully that'll help us get into the building.
Well, I hope they don't send out or allow more, parking in the Mariner garage than they can handle, because by the time we get here, it's probably going to be packed, right?
Yeah, I don't know. We're going to find out. I don't know. We might be better served just sleeping here. But we'll be here tomorrow. Meanwhile, things going on around the world of baseball. Mike Trout was put on the IL today with a right hamstring injury, and it's been unfortunate to see how, his career has been impacted by injuries starting kind of in 2020 right after the pandemic. The very next year he played just 36 games. And we were talking about a generational talent here. This is a guy who will be a Hall of Famer without question. He's got 421 home runs in his career. He's got a 291 career average. He's got 221 stolen bases. He's got 1,800 hits, 1,200 runs scored. So he's got the numbers, but he was a guy that I sort of admired, except for when he played the Mariners, because he would just torture them, especially in this building.
Oh my gosh!
But as a baseball fan, you just loved watching this guy play. But he's just been beset by injuries. I mean, he played 36 games in 2021. 119 and 22. 23 he played 82 games. 24 he played 29 games. Last year came back 130 games, and so far 74 this year. But now he's on the IL again, and he was having a bit of a resurgent year. The thing that's really gone down, his power certainly, because he just hasn't been out there, but 17 home runs so far this year. His average, he was a guy who was hitting, again, a career average of 291. You look at his last 3 years, 220, 232, and this year 234. So the average is gone down as he's gotten older and the injuries, but still gets on base, still takes walks. 394 on base this year, 359 last year. So he still finds his way on base, even though that batting average has gone down, and his availability. I mean, I think this is his 16th season, I think.
Yeah, 16 years.
Yeah.
He's had over 1,000 OPS 4 times in his career, and that's his average. And 1 year in 2022, he was 999. So, yeah, and then 993, 991. I mean, it's phenomenal what he has been able to do as far as his power numbers go as well. But also, he's a guy that could run, and at the height of I think when he was really at his fastest, second year, he had 49 stolen bags.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean it's kind of, I mean, you can understand after playing 16 years that you're going to start to take a nosedive as far as your stats go, but. Also, I don't know, just recently having heard him complain about people, because the hot zones for him are up and in.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, he's been complaining about, pitchers, and you just don't do that. And
yes, you do.
Yeah, you do, because that's the one place where you don't hit home runs.
They're trying to make it so you don't hurt them with the bat.
Right.
They want to get you out. And if that's your, busting you up and in with heat, that's the cold zone on the heat chart there, then that's where they should be throwing. And sometimes one's going to get away, and it'll be closer than they intend. Nobody's trying to hit you in the head, and he hasn't been. It's not like he's getting plunked. It's just they've been up and in, and he has to spin away, and it oddly taking offense to it, like people are trying to buzz his tower on purpose, and I don't see it that way. But a brilliant player nonetheless, and that's a bummer to see him back on the IL, and that's the guy that's never going to experience a World Series.
Yeah, no, not unless with that organization.
Yeah, unless he gets traded somewhere as somebody wants to eat part of the salary that he's got remaining, and he gets on a playoff contender somewhere. But just amazing that guy, he's never played in a playoff game, right? Have they made the playoffs since he's been there? I don't think they have. I think I've had that right. Lefko, do you know?
I wonder.
The last time they made the playoffs was like,
wasn't 02 or well, that's when they won the series.
11 or 13. It's been a long drought.
Well, his rookie year was 2011.
I think they made it in like 13.
Is he still a ardent Philadelphia Eagle fan?
Yeah, I believe so.
I don't remember seeing him.
14. So he's played in one. They were swept in the 2014 ALDS by the Royals.
Okay.
The one time they get swept.
Yeah, I mean, brutal. It's just, you're right, 2014. I just found his numbers. He hit 083.
I wonder,
in those 3 games he was 1 for 12, and it was a home run.
I'm not sure if he still has the same agent, but his agent, I played football with at Stanford.
Oh, really?
His name's Craig Landis, and I think that's his only client. And Craig was like a 22-year-old freshman at Stanford because he played minor league baseball. I think he got drafted, and then it didn't work out, so he was a safety that played for us. And, I just remember him being like an old man because we were roommates, and I'm like 19 years old, and he's like 24,
and
he was like
tired.
He was like stretching out in the hotel room, and he's like, "Yeah, when you get old," I'm like, "Yeah, you're ancient, 24 years old," or maybe it was even, maybe he was 25 or 26. But anyway, that's his
stretching out. That seems a little early for that.
Well, he got up early, like it was like 6 o'clock in the morning on game day, and he's got a coffee over there, and he's stretching out.
He's got his readers on, looking at the newspaper.
Exactly. But that's his only client, and
probably done well with that.
Worked out pretty well.
Yeah. So bummer for Trout, and then Angels aren't going anywhere. They're just destined to be a bad team, man. They've had. I mean, you had Trout and Shohei on the same team, and you couldn't find your way to the World Series with those two.
Yeah.
Then you sign Anthony Rendon, who just turned out to be an absolute turd of a player.
That's who I think of every time I think of that organization.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Wasn't Jerry part of it at one point?
Yeah, he was.
Yeah. So
he wasn't part of that signing.
No.
He was there.
He got out of there.
Yeah. Good.
Thank God.
All right. Meanwhile, why will this year be different for Charles Cross? Well, you're going to hear that conversation. He's going to give some insight on that O-line and much more. So stay tuned for that. Coming up as we continue live from T-Mobile Park with Wyman and Bob at Seattle Sports on 710.
Have you downloaded the Seattle Sports app?
We're going to have a challenge right here.
What are you waiting for?
Listen to this.
Every pitch.
Here comes the 3-2.
Every game.
Swung on and missed. Got him.
One app for free.
How about that, folks?
The Seattle Sports app. Every game.
Julio racing back.
Right in the palm of your hands.
Makes a leap and makes the catch.
Plus the latest Mariners news, insider access, video, and podcasts.
They got it. Wow.
The Seattle Sports app.
Did you really think Pure Talk was just going to sit back and watch America turn 250 years old without doing something awesome to celebrate? Of course not. That's why they're raising $250,000 for America's Warrior Partnership by the end of July. America's Warrior Partnership is on the front line of preventing veteran suicide. They've had extraordinary success, and here's how you can help. When you switch your cell phone service to Pure Talk this month, you'll be invited to round up to support America's Warrior Partnership. No pressure, but if you do, Pure Talk will match your donation dollar for dollar. And to further celebrate 250 years of our extraordinary democratic republic, Pure Talk is offering unlimited talk, text, and data for just $34.99 a month. Dial pound 250, say Mike Rowe. That's pound 250, say Mike Rowe. And happy birthday to us.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You need someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now you can meet them fast on ZipRecruiter.
Build your team, build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
Progressive's accident response can detect and send help when you need it most after a major car accident. But other accidents, you're on your own. Like when you accidentally call your wife Mom. When you accidentally say Happy Holidays on someone's birthday. When you accidentally wave at someone you thought was waving at you. We can't help with those accidents, but Progressive's accident response provides peace of mind after major car accidents. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Limited availability in California. Driver is responsible for emergency and towing charges not covered by the policy.
Grill math is simple. More people to feed means more food and supplies and more reasons to save big. Get more out of summer at Chef Store with warehouse savings for your restaurant, food truck, or barbecue. Open to the public, no membership required. Visit Chef Store today.
Stacy here for ARC, a fully electric boat that feels like a luxury EV. ARC boats are easy to operate with significantly less maintenance and service. Book a demo just like I did. They'll pick you up if you can't make it to Kirkland. Go to arcboats.com/demo. That's arcboats.com/demo.
Harry Douglas here to help you get in on the sweet life with Cotton Candy 5-Hour Energy. It's that classic throwback cotton candy flavor, but with zero sugar and a 5-hour energy boost. I keep these with me so I can tackle that sweet tooth with a tasty caffeine kick and no guilty sugary aftermath. Bring on the sweetness with Cotton Candy 5-Hour Energy Shots. Cotton Candy 5-Hour Energy. Available online at 5hourenergy.com or Amazon.
I'm David Ortiz. When I lost my mom, she was only 46. And I lost my dad to cancer. It was the worst pain I ever felt. It made me think, what will happen with the people I love when my time is up? That's why I have life insurance. Ethos makes it easy. It's all online, take about 10 minutes, and you can get up to $3 million in coverage.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ethos.com/game. Paid testimonial. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Call 877 Cars for Kids to reach a friendly live agent. Donation is super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now or go to carsforkids.org.
Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
In 2026, Bay Alarm celebrates 80 years of security. For the Puget Sound, that means local service including burglar and fire alarm systems, 24/7 in-house monitoring, and custom security designed to work with business operations. Bay Alarm has real people rooted in your community looking out for your business. After 8 decades and 3 generations of family ownership, our promise is still the same. We got you. Learn more at bayalarm.com.
Underestimating the trucking industry is one of the biggest mistakes I see victims and other lawyers make. Trucking companies have an army of lawyers and experts who act quickly after an accident to protect the company. Only an experienced trucking accident lawyer can navigate the complicated federal and state laws to protect your rights. If you or a loved one has been injured in a trucking accident, call Davis Law Group today for a free consultation or get my free book on trucking accident law at washingtonaccidentbooks.com.
This is Seattle Sports.
Streaming through the Seattle Sports app.
KIRO AM Seattle. KIRO FM HD2 Tacoma. Home of the Seahawks, Mariners, and everything Seattle sports. From the Quantum Fiber Studio, this is Wyman and Bob.
On Seattle Sports.
Streaming live on the Seattle Sports app and at seattlesports.com.
Now, here are your hosts, Dave Wyman and Bob Stelton.
Wyman and Bob with you, and with a special guest in studio with us, a guy that we don't spend a lot of time talking about him, which when we go O-line, that's a good thing, right? It feels like the only time you talk about O-line is if you feel like somebody messed up, but I don't know if this guy ever messes up. Charles Cross is with us. How are you, man?
I'm well. How about y'all?
We're doing good. We're doing good. Does that feel like the case? People don't mention your name unless they feel like you messed up a play?
I feel like that's pretty accurate. You miss a block here and there. Everyone sees it. You do your job. It's just unsung hero. Just each and every play.
Yeah, it's funny because that's the one position group that people don't know what they're talking about. When they watch offensive line, they'll, that guy well, maybe that wasn't, one guy might have slid the wrong way or whatever, but it seems like you guys, it's kind of I always say that offensive linemen are tight because they're bonded by misery. You only, like you said, you get called out when, do you ever listen to any of that kind of noise?
No, I don't. I feel like for me, it's just noise, like you said. Each and every week, just trying to prepare and be able to be my best version for the team, understand the game plan, and be able to execute that. Like, that's my goal every week.
Yeah.
Hey, just as far, and I know it's fresh out here. You guys haven't gotten into it, so to speak, yet. But do you have a sense of what the new offensive coordinator is going to be like? What the new offense how different, if at all, it may be?
I feel like it's similar to last year's offense. Different in some areas, but pretty consistent from last year. Just continuing to get better, make improvements, and really just execute each play.
Yeah, well, and you guys have the same offensive line coach coming back. And I know that, I think for Anthony Bradford, it's the first time where he's had the same coach 2 years in a row. You guys have John Benton. How big is that having him come back and having the same coach year after year?
I feel like it's a big deal. Just having a consistent message in our room, hearing the same thing and really honing in on the coaching points that he has and continue to execute it. Yeah. I feel like it's a big role for us as O-line.
So this is your fifth year.
Going into my fifth year.
Going into your fifth year. So do you feel like a grizzled old veteran now? You know how to handle your body in the off season, nutrition, all the. I mean, are there things now you look at and go, man, I wish I knew this as a rookie?
I feel a lot more prepared. Just knowing what to expect, knowing how to prepare my body, get ready mentally, and really just creating a routine for myself.
Hey, tell us about your relationship. I was just talking about John Benton because he looks like he might be mean, But I actually, got introduced to him this year, and his face totally changed, and I was like, oh wow, he seems like a really nice guy. But
it'd be different if you were playing for him.
Yeah, that's probably true. But yeah, tell us about him and just where he ranks as far as coaches go.
I feel like he's a great coach. He's able to put us in a position of success, but also help us understand and be relatable as a group. Just getting everyone on the same page. We gonna work when it's time. We're gonna work when it's time to work, but also enjoy each other's company. So I feel like it's a good balance of both. I feel like JB has been one of the best offensive line coaches I've had since I've been in the league, for real.
Does it feel like you had much time off at all? Because you guys obviously played all the way till the last game of the season. You're the champs. Very short off season when that happens. Were you able to get away and go celebrate and get some vacation in, or did you get right back to work?
I took some time off, went on vacation, spent some time with some family, and then got back to work. It was a lot shorter than it's been in the previous year. So just being able to be ready to come back in and work.
Hey, so you're a family guy. You have a strong family. How many people came to the Super Bowl?
Like 10.
10.
Like 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So mom, dad, brothers,
my brother, my sister, my niece, my nephew, my coaches.
High school coaches?
Yeah, my high school coach.
Oh, that's cool.
Man, it was so many people, man.
Yeah.
It was good. It was good to see them after the game. I feel like that was a great moment for me, something I'll never forget.
Yeah. Of course, you have to pay for all the tickets, right?
But it's a Super Bowl.
Yeah. No, I'm sure it was no big deal in that case. But just looking at the length of the season, playing that many games, how'd you feel compared to previous? Did you feel like, man, my body's beat up, or did you feel pretty fresh? How'd you feel at the end of it all?
I feel like it's a long season. Each season is long. People have injuries and nicks with their body, so just being able to be available on Sundays to play your best football. So I feel like it's just something that comes with the game. So just being available each and every week.
Hey, tell us about your kind of connection with Gray Zabel. You guys have a lot in common, both drafted in the first round, playing next to each other. How did that he seems like a very mature guy, like he came in and felt like he was a veteran right away. But how was that? Tell us about that relationship.
Man, it's so much I can say about Gray. Just the way he shows up each and every day and goes to work. Just how reliable, accountable he is. I feel like he came in as a rookie, but he played like a vet. And I feel like he helped us, get to the point where we were able to win the Super Bowl and able to play at a high level each and every week. And I feel like just continue to raise the standard in the room.
Yeah.
Are you a guy that'll pull a young guy aside and say, hey, man, you should try this or you should do this? Or do you wait for them to approach you and ask you questions as a veteran?
It depends on their personality because everyone's a little different. But young guys know, like, anything they need help with, like, I'm willing to help them, like, just to help improve the game because, just continue to develop each and every one in the room to play at a high level.
Yeah. Hey, this D-line that you guys are going up against every day, I mean, it's one of the best in the NFL. How much does that help you, and who of that group gives you the most trouble?
Oh, man. I'm going to be honest with you. Practicing against these guys every day, they're probably the best team that I've seen, like, from last season to probably this upcoming season.
Yeah.
Just so many different guys that played with such great talent and so special. From Chenna to Leo to D Hall to Jay Reed to Murph, and then the second group that comes behind them, they're able to play at a high level also. So, like, that's special to have in NFL. So, like, so tough to practice against them each and every day.
Yeah. Is there an offensive line? I was looking at, like, Mason Richmond, watching him. He just looks different just because, that second year jump that you get. First of all, did you really notice that in your second year that it was like light years ahead of where you were as a rookie, or was it kind of more of a gradual getting used to the game?
I feel like for me, from my rookie year to my second year, the game slowed down a lot for me.
Yeah.
Just being able to, like, understand what we're trying to get done, understanding the game plan and being able to execute it. So just continuing to, like, have a better understanding each and every week and build on it from my first year to my second year.
Okay. How long did it take before it really sunk in you're a Super Bowl champion? I mean, I'm sure you probably dreamt of it as a kid, a young guy coming up. I don't know if it was all the way back to Pee Wee football or what have you, but obviously a dream for every football player. Did it match the way you had it in your head?
I mean, it definitely did. It definitely did. Just seeing the confetti fall, being in the moment, being with my teammates. I feel like that was the coolest thing. Just how much hard work and effort we put in at the beginning of the season and seeing all of it pay off. And to be able to win a Super Bowl as a group that's so special.
Did that phone blow up? People you hadn't talked to in years?
I kept my phone do not disturb.
Smart move.
Yeah. Hey, what do you notice about the practices out here this year? Because, I know Mike has, like, his messaging, like he said, what was it, run it forward, I think he was saying, instead of run it back and that kind of stuff. It just seems like they're super intense practices and that you guys are really getting a lot done out there. Does it feel different?
I feel like it's pretty consistent last year. Like, I feel like Coach Mike, like, we're going to come in and work each and every day. When it's time to practice, we're going to practice. We're going to be loose and focused, and we're going to have fun with it. So I feel like this is how he imagined it, and we just bring it to life.
Yeah. How do you keep the edge? How do you keep, when you're chasing a trophy, that's always the goal, right? You haven't reached it yet, and you got that intensity. I got to get that. I got to get it. You guys got it. So I think the fear, like, with fans is like, oh, I hope they don't get comfortable now. Now they're champs. Hopefully they're not going to relax. How do you keep that intensity of that edge of chasing something that you've already achieved?
It's a new season. We got to climb the mountain all over again. Like last year was able to win a Super Bowl last year, and that's a great accomplishment, but that doesn't dictate this year. We have to put in the same amount of effort to get to the top of the mountain.
Yeah. Hey, I don't know if you know this, but about this, but somehow the Rams became the best team in the NFL during the offseason. And I don't know why everybody's talking about the Rams. And it pissing me off a little bit. But yeah, so do you have a rivalry? Like, have you developed kind of like, is there a team that, you feel like it's obviously somebody in the NFC West, but are the Rams like your big rival, or is it the Niners, or what do you think?
For me, like, it doesn't matter who the opponent is. Like, I want to win each week. Like, it's the NFL. Like, I just want to win each week. Like, it's the goal for me. It doesn't matter, like, if it's the Rams, it's the 49ers. Like, I just want to be able to win each week.
Yeah. Do you pay attention to what they're doing? Like, oh, they signed this guy. Oh, they signed this guy. Are you following any of that?
Nah, not at all. I see it sometimes, but I don't really follow it. For me, like, I'm just focusing on how can I help my team, how can I improve my play, and really just focus on myself and the team.
When you get ready for an opponent, are there certain guys that are you like studying, individually, and who is somebody that's, I don't want to say hard, to block, but somebody that maybe gives you a little bit of a problem, like Jared Verse coming off the edge or somebody like that, or do you just look at? I know that there were some players when I played that were like, that's just number 72. That's all. I don't know anything about him or his personality or anything like that. Is that how it is for you, or do you kind of?
For me, I study my opponent. I feel like this the NFL. Like they here for a reason, so you gotta respect the fact that they're here. Yeah. So like just being the most prepared I can be for the guy I'm lining up against. It doesn't matter if they're the starter, if they're just a third down pass rusher. Like I'm preparing for everyone. Yeah.
Hey, who were your guys as a rookie? I was asking you if you pulled young guys aside and show them the right way to do things. Was there somebody that did that for you, or somebody you went to with a lot of questions?
So for me, my rookie year, it was Gabe Jackson, Austin Blythe. Who else was there? I'm trying to think off the top of my head. Kyle Fuller, Damian Lewis. Those were the guys who I feel like really helped me, like, just be able to set structure for myself and create plans.
Did you ask a lot of questions, or did you just kind of observe?
A combination of both. Just seeing, like, what they're doing and asking why they're doing it. So just having an understanding of what's going on for real.
Who do you hang out with the most on the team? I know you offensive linemen. I was always jealous of offensive linemen because you guys were such a tight group on every team that I was on. Is that kind of
the O-line for sure? I would say outside the O-line room, I would probably say probably tight ends.
The tight ends,
yeah.
It's a good group of guys.
Yeah. Well, we know you got meetings to get to. We appreciate you taking some time with us, man. We can't wait to see the team looking at it as a champion this season, see how this team responds. It's going to be a lot of fun and a lot of hype behind it. So congrats. We haven't had a chance to speak to you since the Super Bowl, so congrats on that, and we look forward to seeing you out there.
Likewise. Appreciate y'all.
There you go. There's Charles Cross, your left tackle for your Seattle Seahawks, a guy that we don't talk a lot about, which, like we said in the beginning of the interview, probably
not a bad
good,
thing. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, not a bad thing.
I mean, you got some stability at left tackle. He's been the guy. You drafted him. They signed him into an extension. That's a crucial position, obviously, when you've got a right-handed quarterback protecting his blind side. And there's not a lot of fanfare about him.
Well, the other thing is they've done a really good job. Okay, so that's three guys that we've heard from, and I'm sure that Zabel and Sundell are the same, but three guys on the offensive line that don't really give a crap about what people think about them, right? And even, Abe Lucas was talking about, he goes, hey, I like talking about things that I don't know anything about, and I don't know everything about certain details, and I'll still talk about it and comment about it. So, that nobody's raw, nobody is, worried about what's going on, what's being said on social media, and Anthony Bradford soaks it up and takes it in, even though a lot of it is very, hurtful. So
well, he kind of laughed at it. Bradford did. Yeah. So there were some funny things on there.
Yeah, I thought some of it was funny.
Do we not give enough credit to the Seahawks for what they've done at left tackle? You had Russell Okung for a number of years, and certainly Walter Jones is going to be the standard. But in recent memory, in the Schneider, Carroll, Schneider, McDonald era, it's been Russell Okung, then you had Dwayne Brown, awesome acquisition.
Another midseason.
Yeah, another guy that, wasn't a super young guy, but became just a pillar there. And then Charles Cross. It's been pretty seamless.
What's funny is last year, pretty sure it was last year, there was a lot of criticism of John Schneider's, not criticism, but you guys have not really hit on offensive linemen. And that was just, a year ago, maybe 2 years ago. And now all of a sudden, you draft a guard in the first round and, you get a guy like Abe Lucas, Charles Cross, a first rounder. So, And now all of a
Sable.
sudden, he's getting lots of.
You won a Super Bowl
credit.
with that line.
Yeah.
I mean, again, it's much like a rotation, and we say it all the time. A 1 through 5, how many are going to be just rock solid 1 through 5? You're going to have a spot where you go, yeah, our fifth starter is not great, but hopefully you can keep us in the game. Yeah, maybe you look at Bradford that way, but you won a Super Bowl with that guy, and again, I'm going to defer to Mike Macdonald every time. You tell him if he's starting, that's because he's your best option. That's because he gives you the best chance to win amongst anybody else who could play that position who's on that roster. The end. And I think fans lose sight of that sometimes. Like, what? This guy stinks. Why are they running him out there? Because he's the best guy for the job. Well, doesn't mean there's not somebody better out there, and maybe they could go
in the
find
NFL. Yeah, right.
But on that team, of every guy they've got in camp, every guy they draft, he's coming out on top for a reason. And Mike Macdonald, I don't think plays favorites with anybody. I think if he sees a weakness in a position, he's making a change.
Yeah,
that's what we've learned in a very short amount of time with him.
Yeah, so that's. I think it's more of a testament to the fact that people really love to complain about the offensive line. And according to Abe Lucas, he complains about things that he doesn't fully understand as well. I thought that was so interesting for him to say that. But yeah, I mean, all of a sudden, quietly, and then, during the season, because for every one of those bad plays you see from Anthony Bradford, there's 5 where he crushes it. So there's that. So I you're taking some steps there, and there's a chance that all of a sudden, he comes back more focused, maybe in better shape, whatever. But then, Sundell is a guy that Mike Macdonald at the end of the year said 100% he was the least appreciated, most under the radar.
I'd say that's true. I didn't really.
Yeah,
I've always looked at him as like, yeah, he's serviceable. He's filling that spot. He's not a Pro Bowler, but he's.
Yeah.
I obviously am underselling him.
Well, I remember talking to Dave Pearson about it, and I think, the main reason why they loved him early on is how smart he is. He's just a super, and that's what you need at center to make all the calls and everything. So, yeah, I mean, So you got that endorsement from Mike. And then, like you said, sort of the silent endorsement that they're starting Anthony Bradford. He's a Super Bowl champion. So, yeah, and then you get the other 3 that are, first, second, third. What was Abe Lucas?
He was a
third or fourth?
Yeah. If only there was a way, Dave.
Yeah.
Only there were a way.
Let me know. But, yeah, I mean, I think, you got 2 first-rounders in there, and, that works out great. They've done a good job.
Third rounder.
Okay, third.
72nd overall pick.
Yeah. And he started his rookie year and played really well.
Well, and the beauty with him is we were always worried about his availability. And some of that I blame Pete, not like he was being malicious, just the way he speaks. And he kind of made it, he said something about managing the injury, like
it was chronic.
Implying it, this is just going to be something we have to deal with.
Right.
That we're going to have to manage this. And it made it feel like, because he had missed some time, and he was available, and he missed more time, you're like, oh my goodness, is this going to be like who's the other guy they brought in from Alabama? Jesse Williams? Is that who it was?
Defensive tackle?
Yeah, had the knee.
Yeah.
Everybody loved his ability, but he had that chronic knee. I think they spent a 5th rounder or something on him. Yeah. It didn't work out. Just couldn't get it right. And you're feeling like, oh man, is it going to be something like that? This guy's been healthy. They signed him to an extension. So you got your corners, you got your bookends locked down, and you got a rookie who didn't play like a rookie in Gray Zabel. And Sundell, again, maybe I'm not giving him enough credit for how good he is. And then Anthony Bradford, again, maybe they replace him. Maybe he's not on the team beyond this year. I mean, he's in the final year of his deal, and he's
well, you brought up many times, it's a prove it deal for him. I mean, this is the time where everything needs to come together if you want to get paid going forward. So,
don't you imagine his agent is talking to him and people around him like, look, dude, it may not be with the Seahawks. You're playing for your next year, for your next contract, which could be you want to put great tape out there and have all these. If the Seahawks don't want you, you want a line of teams that want you, because linemen are at a premium. I mean, hard
to find.
He could get paid a lot of money somewhere if he has a representative. He doesn't have to even be a Pro Bowler, and he could make a truckload of money. Meanwhile, Justin Hollander has a timeline for when Cade Anderson will make his Major League debut. We'll get into that coming up next with Wyman and Bob at Seattle Sports on 710.
0-1 pitch on the way. Swinging a line, driving to left center field, falling fast.
He's back.
2 runs are in. Welcome back, Cal Raleigh off the IL.
Welcome back, Big Dumper.
Having Cal Raleigh back and being Cal Raleigh. Do you win that game if Cal Raleigh's not in the lineup last night? I don't think you do.
Listen to every at-bat wherever you are.
The crowd is going wild.
On the Seattle Sports app.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-8157. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-8157. That's 800-575-8157. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
You don't have to be a great golfer to get a handicap. You don't have to play every weekend. And you definitely don't have to be super competitive. A golf handicap index is for any golfer. Michael Bumpus here. In fact, it only takes 3 18-hole rounds to get started. So whether you play to compete, improve, or just have more fun with your golf buddies, a handicap makes the game fair and more interesting. Getting one is easy. Sign up, post 3 rounds, and you're set. Learn more at wagolf.org/710. That's wagolf.org/710.
Looking for the best deal on a new home? Discover the D.R. Horton Home of the Week. With new home communities from Lacey to Stanwood, D.R. Horton has the right home for the best value. Visit drhorton.com. D.R. Horton, America's builder, an equal housing opportunity builder.
Your neighbors at 3 Tree Roofing love telling you no. No high-pressure sales pitches. No Band-Aid fixes that will fail come wintertime. No outrageous pricing from some corporate-owned roofing company with headquarters thousands of miles from here. 3 Tree Roofing is local, family-owned, and their team will build you a worry-free plan for your roof replacement, completely free. Visit 3treeroofing.com to schedule your free estimate and call today to say yes to an additional $500 discount. That's 3 Tree Roofing, your Puget Sound roofing experts.
Stacy here. Sell your car to Wayscar Ford, and when they resell it, they share half their profit with you. That's right. Sell your car to Wayscar Ford, Isuzu, and Auburn. They'll pay you today for your car, and once they resell it, they'll share half their profit with you. WayscarFord.com.
Harry Douglas here to tell you about Fruity Rainbow 5-Hour Energy Shots. It's a fruity candy flavor explosion, and I mean explosion. Fruity Rainbow 5-Hour Energy Shots, a zero-sugar treat that's sweet tooth approved. These can take care of my candy cravings and provides a tasty caffeine kick without all the sugar. Fruity Rainbow 5-Hour Energy Shots. Get candy-flavored chaos with Fruity Rainbow 5-Hour Energy Shots, available online at 5hourenergy.com or Amazon.
Okay, I have to tell you, I was just looking on eBay where I go for all kinds of things I love, and there it was.
That hologram trading card. One of the rarest, the last one I needed for my set. Shiny like the...
designer handbag of my dreams. One of a kind. eBay had it, and now everyone's asking, ooh, where'd you get your...
windshield wipers. eBay has all the parts that fit my car. No more annoying. Just beautiful.
Millions of finds, each with a story. eBay. Things people love.
The home of the Mariners.
It is gone! Cal Raleigh, 2-run home run!
Hear every pitch on 710 and the Seattle Sports app.
Do Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis symptoms keep coming back? Tremfya, guselkumab, may help, with rapid remission achieved at 12 weeks and lasting clinical remission at 1 year. Some even saw visible improvement of their intestinal lining at 12 weeks and 1 year. Tremfya is a prescription medicine used to treat adults with moderately to severely active Crohn's disease and adults with moderately to severely active ulcerative colitis. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Healing is possible with Tremfya. Approximately 3 out of 10 patients were in endoscopic remission at 1 year, based on areas visualized on colonoscopy, which may not represent the deeper bowel layer or entire GI tract. Individual results may vary. Ask your doctor about Tremfya today. Call 1-800-526-7736 to learn more or visit TrimFireRadio.com.
What if you could have the most reliable fiber-powered Wi-Fi? And get this, what if you could keep it at the same price for 5 years? During the Xfinity Summer Savings Event, now through June 22nd, new customers can get our best price on gig Wi-Fi, just $50 a month for 5 years. And get online in minutes with same-day Wi-Fi. It's Wi-Fi that finds and fixes problems before you even notice them, like super intelligent Wi-Fi with a sixth sense. Plus, add one line of Xfinity Mobile Select and you can save an average of $60 a month over Verizon and AT&T. You can even try it free for a year. Lock in your price and unlock the possibilities during the Xfinity Summer Savings Event. Get it now at Xfinity.com. Xfinity. Imagine that. Restrictions apply. Requires paperless billing and auto pay with stored bank account. Taxes and fees extra. Savings based on 1 gig internet and 1 mobile select line compared to similar Verizon and AT&T plans over 5 years. After 12 months, regular rates apply to mobile select. Xfinity internet required. Speeds vary. Use of fiber coaxial cable.
Wyman and Bob.
From the Quantum Fiber Studio.
Weekdays 2 to 7.
On Seattle Sports and 97.3 FM HD2.
You think Elway tops that list?
Yeah, John Elway had a pretty strong. You ever hear about the Elway cross?
Yeah, from the point of the ball,
the seam of the ball, and the receivers like Ken Marjoram would get bruises because he threw the ball so hard.
You always talk about the time where they said, "Look, I'm gonna buzz the tower on Wyman
Buzz my tower in practice." Yeah,
and all you heard was a.
Yeah, and then I turn around and everybody's laughing because I really didn't have any idea what was going on.
You thought there was a fly around there.
I was playing like scout team or whatever, running the the opponent's defense, and I guess he told everyone in the huddle like, "Hey, watch, I'm going to buzz Wyman's tower." So yeah, I drop back in my zone, turn around, all of a sudden something goes past my ear hole, and then everybody starts laughing.
Did you even see the ball? Or you just heard it?
No. So yeah, he and then he threw me an interception one time. I was in my
Hawks?
hook zone, and it bounced right off my hands.
You threw it too hard.
He threw it too hard. It's like, hey, can you take a little velocity off of that?
Well, we're talking. There's somebody tweeted out a list that was made top 10 strongest arms ever. I just retweeted it if you guys want to see it. But they have 1 through 10. John Elway, number 1. Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, Brett Favre, Dan Marino, Aaron Rodgers, Matthew Stafford, Randall Cunningham, Justin Herbert, Michael Vick.
Yeah,
according to this list, and most of the responses are, "Hey, where's Jeff George?" Which I know he's kind of
I don't remember that
punchline. He did have a cannon arm. I do remember that.
Here's what I remember, and we talked about this during the break. But anyway, I'll bore you. Michael Vick. I loved watching the ball come out of his hand. I thought he had the most beautiful throwing motion and tight spiral and everything. But by the way, Elway, he got drafted by the Yankees.
Yeah. Was he a third baseman or was he?
He was a right fielder.
Was he? Okay.
Yeah, and at Stanford,
that's where they put the arm.
At Stanford, he would every once in a while bobble a ball like on purpose to try to get the guy to take second, and then just
throw a missile to second.
People got wise to that after a while, but we used to go to Sunken Diamond, is what it was called, and watch Elway play baseball. I remember between my freshman and sophomore year. So, yeah. Pretty strong arm, but I just think, guys now are getting bigger and stronger and throwing the ball harder and everything. So it just seemed like there was an inordinate number of older guys in that list where you could say maybe there's some guys that have more velo than those guys do. But
yeah, well, check out the list. See if you agree, disagree, who's missing, what have you. I tweeted it out there at Bob Stelton on Twitter. Meanwhile, we were talking a lot about this pitching staff with the Mariners, the rotation, the bullpen, and we talked about Cade Anderson, who is just dominating at Double-A. Just it seems almost unfair. He's got a 1.13 ERA. He's got I'll have to pull up his stats again, but he's literally got 7 walks in 11 starts. I think he's got 80 strikeouts.
Yeah, it was in the 80s, and
it's absurd.
It is absurd, and listening to John Paul Morosi talk about it. He's like, look, these stats that he's putting up right now are undeniable.
Yeah.
Like you can't say, oh, it's this, league or whatever. Where is he pitching in?
Double-A.
Double-A. I mean, you can't really make that excuse. And for pitchers, when you see the velo and all the location and everything and the way he's, keeping walks to a minimum, it's like at any level, this guy's ready to come up.
Yeah, and we had two sort of opposite takes on it. We played a cut from John Morosi, who made his case as to why he would not put him in the bullpen early anyway. And then you had Jeff Passan, who was sort of making the case that they should bring him up and put him in the bullpen. And Charlie Furbush was in here listening to that, and he agreed with Morosi, his plan or his rationale, saying, you're going to impede his development because, the innings, they're stretching him out. You want to get this number of innings so that next year, that number is not so short that he's going to go, well, we got to shut him down. He's gone past his innings mark. He hasn't been developed beyond that.
Yeah.
So if you bring him up here and he sits in the bullpen and he's going every couple of days and he's only going an inning or two, he's not going to accumulate the innings to work up to that.
I guess they maybe make the case for that. Doesn't everybody have to up their,
the young guys are all developing, but he's doing it as a starter right now. So if he gets called up here, all of a sudden he's not going presumably 6, 7, 8 innings every fifth day. He might go 2 innings every 3 days or something like that.
Well, and Charlie made the point yesterday, too. I never thought of it, but, that you can always go into the bullpen and, throw with velocity and get those pitch numbers up so that the totals are more. So I thought something I had never thought of. That's why we have Charlie on.
Yeah, that's right. For things we don't think of.
Yeah.
Justin Hollander was talking about this and talking about the possibility of seeing Anderson and Ryan Sloan pitching for the Mariners this season.
I do think that both have a chance to pitch for us later in the summer. Right now, I think Cade's at something like 60 innings on the season. Calling them up now to pitch out of a bullpen. Obviously, we already have 6 starters. I've joked with our starters. We call them both up and go to an 8-man piggyback just to see what it would look like. But calling them both up now, I think, and putting them in a bullpen or a shortened role or sort of a fireman role would really inhibit their development long term. You're talking about capping their innings at something like 80 or 90 for the year if we did that, based on how many innings they're likely to pitch out of a bullpen. And that really affects their ability to jump off of a platform for next year and not be shortened into like a 4 or 5 month season next year. I think our plan is to let them pitch for as long as we can in Double-A. If we got to the end of the year and we needed help with the major league team coming down the stretch and hopefully the playoffs, I think they both would be considerations for that.
So he's basically echoed exactly what John Morosi said.
Yeah.
They don't want to impede that development, that progress towards next year, because again, they're going from starters down there, pitching every 5th day, come up here. There is no real schedule to when they'll pitch or how long they'll pitch. Are you going to use them in long relief? Are you going to? That's kind of what Passan proposed. And I remember as we were listening to it, Charlie was sitting there listening on, kind of wrinkling his nose, like, what? So, yeah, it sounds like Hollander is on the same page, obviously, as what Morosi was saying. He was asked how long it takes to prepare a starting pitching prospect to pitch as a reliever.
It just depends on the guy and how they take to it. I wasn't here when we did it with Edwin Diaz. It was the year before I got here. I think he took to it in about 2 days. And it was like roughly 10 days, 2 weeks, and he was here in Seattle. We tried it with Logan Evans a couple of years ago, and we tried it for over a month, and it never really took for him. It was really hard for him to get used to the routines. He'd never done it before. His stuff didn't change. We tried it in Anaheim with Garrett Richards when I was there, thinking that, he's sitting on 97, 98 as the starter. What's he going to sit on as a reliever? And he was like 96, 97 as a reliever. Like, nothing changed for him when we did that. So it's unique to everybody. I think 3 weeks is kind of the rough time frame that you'd want to be able to start sort of backing someone down and then letting them pitch, twice a week and then every 3rd day and doing it like that. So when it comes to that point, we'll spend some time making sure that we adjust their workload and get them used to it. But we're a long way away from that with both those guys. I do think that if we had multiple starting pitcher injuries, they both put themselves in a position to at least be a consideration right now.
The more I hear from Justin Hollander, the more faith I have in him. He just the way he verbalizes everything, he's done such a fantastic job. So him and Jerry together.
Meanwhile, how does Derek Hall feel after signing an extension with this Seahawks team? You're going to hear that conversation we had with him, talking about that and a whole lot more. Definitely want to tune into this. It's coming your way next with Wyman and Bob, Seattle Sports on 710.
Think you know the Mariners? Not if you aren't subscribed to the Daily Mariners newsletter from Seattle Sports.
That's what they've been waiting for.
The latest Mariners news and injury updates, exclusives from Mariners insider Shannon Dreyer.
You look at the pieces and how it works.
Plus the best takes and breakdowns from your favorite Seattle Sports hosts and contributors.
The Mariners seem to be trying to build something that I think is a little bit more sustainable.
The Daily Mariners newsletter.
Monster solo home run.
Subscribe at seattlesports.com/newsletter.
Bigger food needs call for even bigger savings. Get more at Chef Store for your restaurant, food truck, or event with warehouse savings on food service essentials and grilling favorites. Plus, we're open to the public, no membership required. Visit Chef Store today.
Step inside and let the excitement take you places. This is Muckleshoot Casino Resort, the ultimate spot for action that reaches incredible heights, luxury that knows no bounds, and live entertainment that always thrills. It's all at one incredible destination. So when you look for the best, look nowhere else. Muckleshoot Casino Resort, the biggest and best in the Northwest.
It's the Diablo Performance Event at Par Lumber. For a limited time, get 20% off all Diablo tool products, including saw blades, drill bits, and hole saws, built for cleaner cuts, longer life, and top performance. Don't miss out. Stock up and save big on the brand that outperforms the rest. Now through June 20th, get 20% off all Diablo tool products at your local Par Lumber. Visit par.com for more details.
Running a small business means juggling a lot. Your network has to handle it all. That's where a fiber-only provider falls short. You deserve a partner who gives you a greater advantage. Introducing the Total Solutions Advantage only from Comcast Business. A first-ever combination of the largest, fastest fiber-powered network, the most reliable Wi-Fi, gig speeds with equipment and security included, and a 5-year price lock. Plus, it's all backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee. The Total Solutions Advantage only from Comcast Business. A new standard for small business with reliability, security, and savings in one. When you add it all up, no one does business like Comcast Business.
Switch today. Get started for $60 a month for 12 months when you add an advanced solution to a qualifying internet package. Limited time offer. New customers only. Requires 300 megabits per second internet, security edge, and additional qualifying service. 1-year agreement, paperless billing, and autopay with bank account required. Taxes and fees extra. Most reliable Wi-Fi based on Open Signal Awards USA Fixed Broadband Experience Report, May 2025.
Get ready for soccer's biggest stage. Join Dick's Sporting Goods for a pep rally at Northgate Mall June 19th, featuring a live DJ, activities, and more. Bring the energy and rep the red, white, and blue before kickoff. Dick's Sporting Goods at Northgate Mall, 9 a.m. to noon.
I got to ride in the brand new all-electric ARC Sport, and it was a luxury EV on the water. Stacy here. You hop aboard immediately and feel like you're someone important. Luxury finishes, clean, tech throughout. Driving it is smooth, and it has that impressive kick you expect from an EV. Charging it is really easy, and not paying for gas is a huge plus. Book a free demo and see it for yourself in Lake Union, Lake Washington, and Lake Sammamish. Schedule your demo at arcboats.com/demo. If you can't make it to them in Kirkland, they'll come pick you up. arcboats.com/demo.
Valvoline Instant Oil Change presents Wisdom from the Road.
Summer means wide open spaces and a whole lot of extra miles. The last place you want your engine to give out is halfway to nowhere. Out here, low oil or a weak battery is just an ambush waiting to happen. That's why every oil change at Valvoline Instant Oil Change includes an 18-point maintenance check. These techs are trained to help spot issues early and keep you riding easy.
Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
Change wisely.
The home of the Mariners.
It is gone! Cal Raleigh, 2-run home run!
Hear every pitch on 710 and the Seattle Sports app.
From the FIFA World Cup to competitive business environments, grand ambitions lead to game-changing achievements. At Bank of America, we're there to support businesses at every step, providing insights and expertise to help you gain an edge.
He shoots, he scores!
What would you like the power to do? Explore winning business solutions at BofA.com/gamechangers. Bank of America, official bank of the FIFA World Cup 2026.
Now that Wendy's has these new biggie deals, everyone in the family can get what they're craving, from nugs to JBCs. The parental units can get an $8 biggie bundle, the eldest who think they're so grown can get a $6 biggie bag, and the little one who can do no wrong can get a $4 biggie bites. You know, assuming they have a credit card. No, I'm kidding. We take cash too. $4, $6, and $8 biggie deals for the whole family. Only at Wendy's.
Price and participation may vary. Single items at regular price. Prices may be higher in Alaska, California, and Hawaii.
Do Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis symptoms keep coming back? Tremfya, guselkumab, may help, with rapid remission achieved at 12 weeks and lasting clinical remission at 1 year. Some even saw visible improvement of their intestinal lining at 12 weeks and 1 year. Tremfya is a prescription medicine used to treat adults with moderately to severely active Crohn's disease and adults with moderately to severely active ulcerative colitis. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Healing is possible with Tremfya. Approximately 3 out of 10 patients were in endoscopic remission at 1 year, based on areas visualized on colonoscopy, which may not represent the deeper bowel layer or entire GI tract. Individual results may vary. Ask your doctor about Tremfya today. Call 1-800-526-7736 to learn more or visit tremfyaradio.com.
From the Quantum Fiber Studio, this is Wyman and Bob
on Seattle Sports.
Streaming live on the Seattle Sports app and at seattlesports.com.
Now, here are your hosts, Dave Wyman and Bob Stelton.
Well, minicamp is wrapped up, and we got a lot to discuss, a lot to look forward to, and we're looking forward to seeing this guy out there on the field, a favorite of the show. Derek Hall is with us. How are you, man?
Yes, sir. I'm doing great, man. Thank y'all for having me.
Hey, well, first, congrats on the new deal.
Thank you. Thank you.
I think a lot of fans really, I don't know how much you get into social media and everything, but there were a lot of fans that seem to really sort of appreciate the move by you, because it feels like if you wanted to, you could have tested free agency, maybe gone out and gotten a much bigger contract if you wanted to, but it seemed like you really made it clear this is where you wanted to be, and it's, as you know, fans really warmed up to that. Did you get that impression?
Not so much from the fans. You know, you always hear the saying, don't read your own press clippings.
Yeah.
So, you know, I kind of try to stay away from that. But, man, for me on the side of that, man, is just continue to do what I do. You know what I'm saying? Continue to come in, do the work, man. And I know, like I said, when I'm getting into it, I come to work every day. You know, these coaching staff, they let me be myself. We have a lot of fun. We talk a lot of crap. And ultimately, man, we're going to win a lot of more football games and win a whole bunch of more championships. So, like, again, man, I'm willing to sacrifice whatever everyone thought that number may be to be able to be here, be consistent, know what I'm getting myself into, you know, not having to learn a whole new staff, a whole new building, pick up and move and all that, man. I love it here. This is an amazing organization, amazing place, and I love how they go about their business. So, yeah, man, I was more than happy to get it done.
Yeah. What about around the league, Derek? Do you hear that about Seattle, that, like, you know, when you talk to guys that are at other, you know, and I'm not here to, you know, talk trash about other organizations, but this place is pretty special. I mean, that's a beautiful day out there. Everybody always talks about the eagles out there that are flying around and stuff. I mean, that's actually worth something, right?
Yeah. Especially to me, man, being a guy from South Mississippi, it's hot, it's gruesome down there, you know what I'm saying? And then come here, everybody like, it's so hot here, and it's perfect to me, man. The weather, obviously, you know, those other 9 months out of the year is pretty crappy, but, man, I just love it. The organization is pristine, man. I'm telling you, I just love consistency. Like, I love consistency. I love what we're building. I love where we're going, and I wouldn't trade that for the world, so I'm more than happy.
Plus, you don't want to have to ship your truck around anywhere. That's going to be a pain. That thing's huge.
Yeah, I do it all myself now, man. I had an incident my rookie year where I had the truck and it got burned down to transport. So I've made that drive 4 times now from Mississippi to here, back and forth, either coming in the season or vice versa, leaving after the season with the truck.
It got burned down?
Yeah. Yep. First in Cummins I had, it was in transport, going out to Florida to get some work done, and it got burned down in transportation. So I'll never let anyone do it for me again.
You drive it yourself?
Do it myself. Put it on the trailer and haul butt.
Wow.
Yep.
So you got a trailer?
Yeah, I have 3 gooseneck trailers. Okay. So me and Pops actually got a hot shot thing going. So I do a little bit of hot shot outside of football, and it's
What's
basically
hot shot?
It's kind of like trucking, but just on a smaller scale. So it's not like a big truck like an 18-wheeler. It's just like a dually with a 40-foot, and you pick up freight, or, you know, you just go on the slow board and find different things like that. So that's been doing pretty good. But, yeah, man, I do my own. Like I've said, like, I go to a lot of truck shows, as everyone knows. So I haul all my own stuff to shows, go to Texas, all the way to here, you know, Tennessee, wherever the show is, I'm going. And a lot of people are like, man, it's so cool to see you do that. I'm like, well, number one, I'm not paying nobody to do something I can do myself if I have the time. Yeah. And then it's cool. Like, I love driving. I love getting the experience and, letting people see me outside of this. So it's pretty cool. I love it.
That's got to be a crazy view being up that high amongst other cars out there. Yeah. Does it feel like you're almost hovering, you're flying above traffic here?
It's a different sight to see for sure. And I think the biggest thing is driving for yourself and everyone else, because people mash on brakes or stop or get over right in front of you, and the truck, it performs really well, but obviously can't stop to the magnitude of a stock truck with all the weight in the wheels. But, yeah, it's a different sight to be seen when you're up that high. You get on side of 18-wheeler, and you're looking down on him, so it's pretty cool.
And do you have a ladder that comes down to get up into it? How do you get into it?
Yeah, it's called like an amp step. Amp Research is the company, and they make these steps. So it's kind of like the same thing you get from a stock truck. When you open the door, it comes down. When you close the door, it goes up. But they're bigger. They're XL, so they drop a little bit further.
Okay.
And, yeah, it's just an automatic step that's special made for bigger vehicles.
How many vehicles do you have?
I got about 9 trucks, the Jeep, 2 old schools. So what's that? 12? 12 right now. And I had 4 before I ever came in the league, and just bought a couple here and there. And good thing is I got it all out the way. So when the new money come in, I ain't got to buy no more vehicles. It's all done.
Are you a guy that'll let friends and family drive things, or are you like, nobody touch my stuff?
Nah. Mom tries bad. Let me drive this, let me drive that. Nah, I can't. I mean, it's just such a risk. Like,
she wants to drive the big boy, get way up in there?
She tried before. She loved the high country, so I got this dually. It's on a stock kid, 3-inch with some 24s. And she's like, you going to give me that truck? You going to give me that truck? I'm like, no, but she tried to drive everything I have. She does. Mom loves the vehicles.
That's awesome.
All right, well, let's, I guess, get back to football here. I'd love to talk about trucks, but let me ask you this. I asked this of Byron Murphy the other day, and he said that he is insulted if he doesn't get double-teamed. Do you feel that way if somebody tries to block you with a tight end? Because I've seen you ragdoll some tight ends.
Oh, for sure. I think just for me on the edge and in our edge room, our philosophy is like no tight end blocks us. Like if a tight end blocks you in our room, it's like you're disgracing the room. And I think we all stand by that. And, I mean, we go in the games like that guy should not block you, that guy should not block you. And I think it shows up on tape, man. Like we try to destroy the edge in every single way that we can. And I feel like when you have veteran leaders like Law and Chenna in the room, it's just they push the envelope that much more. And they going to let you know about it, too, if you get blocked by a tight end. So I think you rather not hear it than hear it, in that aspect. So, man, those guys push the envelope. We do a great job. But, for sure, definitely disrespect if you get blocked by a tight end.
Yeah, and people are giving you a hard time still. Like, I remember making some pretty good plays, but then my run back was horrible, and I never got credit for the interception or the fumble recovery or anything. There's lots of pressure, like you don't get caught. Right?
Oh, yeah. Yep.
So that's the same thing with you and tight ends.
Yep. Yes, sir.
Well, and I would say guards, too, because you punish guards. And it's like you're sending a message, right?
I feed on like the pulls, the down, pull around, all the gap scheme stuff, man. I feed on it. That's just my chance to run and hit. Yep. And a lot of people may think I'm crazy, but, man, I just love ball. Like, I love the physicality. Like, I love the game. I love what it's doing, like, for me and my family. Just giving me a chance to bring my family somewhere different, be able to experience something different inside of football, outside of the money piece, man. I love the game. Everybody know why I started playing this game with my story and how much I love it and what it means to me. So I don't take no play for granted. I mean, I get stuff happens, right? You get blocked. You get this, you get that. But in my mind and my mentality, I do not want to get blocked on any play.
We talked to Byron Murphy, and I asked him if he had any personal goals coming into the season. A lot of guys are like, nah, I keep it private, whatever. He said, I want to be all pro. I think I can be the best defensive tackle in this league. Are you that kind of guy? Do you have goals in mind? All right, I want this many sacks. I want to do this. I want to be all pro. What are some of the goals that you have in mind?
I try not to be statistical. So, like, I don't do, like, sack numbers and stuff like that, but definitely, man, like, I want to view myself as the best edge in this league. And obviously, like, we know what comes with it, the sack numbers and all that, but just pushing my best self, putting my best foot forward every day to be the best I can be. And, man, I write everything down on my wall. So to be a Pro Bowl, to be all pro, to win the NFC West, to win the NFC, to win another Super Bowl. And last year, man, it was just like boom, 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 boom. Like, we just checking the boxes. And I'm like, man, I played football for so long and never had nothing to show for it, and then it was just like, boom, there it was. So Man, I'm just looking forward to be a better me. You know, I've been working my craft, man, like legit just working my craft, and knowing the things that I do well, right? Continue to do those, but also work the things in places where I need to grow on my game. And I think that's been huge for me this offseason. I'm going to continue to do it over these next 5 weeks. And when we get back in training camp, man, we hitting the ground running, and it's head to head. You know, we going. Iron sharpens iron. I told Charles, Abe, we already know what it's like. I don't want you to take it easy on me because I'm not going to take it easy on you. You know, we're here to get better, and that's what we're trying to do. So,
love that.
I said this to Uchenna. I ran into him in the elevator after the Super Bowl. I was like, dude, you scored a touchdown in the Super Bowl. Mm-hmm. You got 2 sacks in the Super Bowl, man. I mean, that must have been, like, surreal for you to – I mean, I know you guys treat every game the same, and that's why you had success. But, I mean, come on, man. 2 sacks in the Super Bowl. That's
special,
sweet.
Special. Like, that's why I was telling people, like, the way we operate and we organize, like, this organization, like, the work week was still the same there. Everything was the same. But leading up to the game, as much as people don't like to say it, it felt different. Yeah. Like, the national anthem felt different. Like, running out on the field felt different. Like, everything about that game was just so different. And for me, like, everybody knows the pressures were there, the hits were there last year, but I just couldn't seem to finish at the quarterback. So I think being able to do that in that game and just, like, I just prayed, like, Lord, I don't know when the time coming, but when it shows, I'll be ready. Yeah. And, man, like, what better way for it to show up on the national stage in the Super Bowl? It's a bit to go out and help my team do something that everybody wanted to achieve. All the work we put in, all the sweat, blood, and tears, you know, they have the opportunity and to finish and, you know, put the icing on the cake like that, man. It was pretty special for me and also for this organization.
How do you keep something else we've asked some other players is how do you keep that edge when you talk about grinding your whole life and didn't have anything to show for it, and now you have a title. You reach the mountaintop. You got a new contract. I think fans look at that and go, okay, now these guys get satisfied. They don't have that killer instinct because they're not chasing that thing anymore. You've achieved it all. How do you recreate that? How do you keep that intensity or that edge that you had prior to the contract, prior to the Super Bowl?
I think for me, it just stems back to the love of the game. You know, giving nothing in life. I'm not even supposed to be sitting here in front of you. Yeah. So why would I take this for granted? You know, I'm speaking. And then also, like, your why always changes, right? So, you know, moving forward in life, you know, maybe getting married here soon, you know, you just never know in life. So just trying to figure out a new why, continue to find a different purpose to go out and be successful and put your best foot forward every single day. But, man, again, it's just also just chasing that high. You know, you want to feel that again. And right now, granted, there's a lot of work. I mean, it's not like you can just roll over the season and then you're back there, right? We have to continue to come in every day, continue to put in the preparation, continue to do the things we need to do to put ourselves in that position. But I feel like we have the guys in place, we have the people in place, and, man, we're hungry. You know, I feel like we're never satisfied. Obviously, you know, Jay Reed talked about the thing, you know, where he feels like we're sort of disrespecting. I feel like that helps us, man. Like, we really do. Like, we feel like we don't get the respect we deserve all the time, but that's okay. You know, we're here, man. We put our head down, we grind, we work. And for me personally, man, like I said, it's just stemming back to what this game has done for me in my life and the love and compassion that I have for it. I'll never take it for granted, man. I can't. I'm not even supposed to be sitting here in front of you, so why would I?
Yeah. How often are people asking you about that story of you being born a preemie baby? Because I have a nephew that was born at I think it was like 8-9 weeks early. But, I mean, are people asking you about that story? Because it's an amazing story.
All the time. And the funny thing is I never wanted to know. I know I've said this a million times, but I never wanted to know. I never wanted to share it. Mom always tried to show me pictures and talk about it. I never wanted to talk about it. Get in pre-draft. Fast forward, I had to start talking about it, whatever. Then here recently, I just did the deal with Huggies, and it's, like, blown out of the water.
Yeah?
Like, it's blown out of the water. Everybody's responding like, hey, thank you so much. Like, your story, you just don't know what it does for me and my family.
Yeah.
Like, we thank you for your foundation and what you're doing out in the community. And I'm just like, man, it's just so much bigger than myself, and it's so much bigger than ball. Like, you just don't know how much hope and love and joy that you can give a family just by sharing your story and also showing that you're present and trying to be helpful in the community with someone who went through the same situation as me and my family, because it isn't easy. You know, being a preemie father or mother or family in general, man, it's not an easy road. You spend time at the hospital. You know, the likelihood of you working is very low because you want to be there for your baby. So, you know, my foundation, we try to do things like the car seat. The car seats are very expensive for preemies. It's not a cheap buy. Nothing for a preemie once they get out of the hospital is going to be cheap. You know, you got the car seat. You got to have this special dish. You got to have this special that. So we just try to do things in the community to help show people that there is hope. This is what you can inspire to be, or, you know, you could be a doctor, lawyer, whatever you want. But, you know, as long as you advocate for your child and your baby and there's someone like myself and my foundation or Huggies, going to push the envelope and helping you get to where you want to go, I feel like there's always a chance. So I think it's pretty special, man, and it's a near dear place in my heart that I'll always, have that for.
Amazing story.
It's always great to catch up with you. Congrats on the title. Congrats on the contract, everything you're doing with Huggies, and congrats on the trucks, too.
Yes, sir. I appreciate it. Thank y'all so much, man.
All right, that does it for us. Appreciate everybody tuning in. If you missed anything from today's show or any day, all you need to do is head to seattlesports.com, click the podcast tab, scroll down to our picture and click on that, and it'll be right there waiting for you. And as Dave and Lefko tell you every time, click subscribe. That way it's downloaded automatically for you. You never have to go through that process again. Either way, we appreciate you tuning in. We're back tomorrow right here with Wyman and Bob, Seattle Sports on 710.
Have you downloaded the Seattle Sports app?
We're going to have a challenge right here.
What are you waiting for?
Listen to this.
Every pitch.
Here comes the 3-2.
Every game.
Swung on and missed. Got him.
One app for free.
How about that, folks?
The Seattle Sports app. Every game.
Julio racing back.
Right in the palm of your hands.
Makes a leap and makes the catch.
Plus the latest Mariners news, insider access, video, and podcasts.
They got it. Wow.
The Seattle Sports app.
What is that sound? Ugh, that sounds like a plumbing sound. Luckily, there's a company that fixes all the plumbing sounds across Puget Sound. That's All Sound Plumbing. Puget Sound's plumbing experts. Have a sound? Visit allsoundplumbing.com.
Harry Douglas here to tell you about Fruity Rainbow 5-Hour Energy Shots. It's a fruity candy flavor explosion, and I mean explosion. Fruity Rainbow 5-Hour Energy Shots, a zero-sugar treat that's sweet tooth approved. These can take care of my candy cravings and provides a tasty caffeine kick without all the sugar. Fruity Rainbow 5-Hour Energy Shots. Get candy-flavored chaos with Fruity Rainbow 5-Hour Energy Shots, available online at 5hourenergy.com or Amazon.
Okay, I have to tell you, I was just looking on eBay where I go for all kinds of things I love, and there it was.
That hologram trading card. One of the rarest, the last one I needed for my set. Shiny like the...
designer handbag of my dreams. One of a kind. eBay had it, and now everyone's asking, ooh, where'd you get your...
windshield wipers. eBay has all the parts that fit my car. No more annoying. Just beautiful.
Millions of finds, each with a story. eBay. Things people love.
Need a lift? At Levitt Machinery, we take a different approach to help you lift more and worry less. We take the time to learn how you work. Then we match your business with equipment that solves your unique challenges. From forklifts and telehandlers to track loaders and excavators, we make sure you get the right equipment at the right cost. Because when your equipment does its job, you can focus on yours. Talk to Levitt Machinery today. Stack it, reach it, lift it, Levitt.
Hi, this is Nancy Penrose, owner of Big Trees in Snohomish. Spring has sprung. Need color to brighten up your yard or privacy trees to keep your neighbors guessing? Now is the time to buy. With hundreds of trees arriving in the nursery daily, Big Trees has the perfect tree for you. Check out our updated inventory list online at bigtreesupply.com or come visit the nursery today.
Protecting workers' rights is the goal! Thousands of workers will help power the excitement of Seattle's Summer of Soccer from June 11th through July 19th. If you're working in hotels, stadiums, restaurants, security, temp jobs, or app-based delivery, you have rights. From wage theft to minimum pay, the Seattle Office of Labor Standards wants you to know that you are protected. Call 206-256-5297 or visit seattle.gov/labor standards.
Start having fun. Caesars Sportsbook at Muckleshoot Casino Resort is your #1 place to eat, drink, watch, and have fun. Keep up with your favorite sports anywhere and everywhere on property with the mobile app. Visit muckleshootcasino.com today. Scan the QR code and let the play begin.
Muckleshoot.
Stacy here. Sell your car to Wayscar Ford, and when they resell it, they share half their profit with you. That's right. Sell your car to Wayscar Ford, Isuzu, and Auburn. They'll pay you today for your car, and once they resell it, they'll share half their profit with you. WayscarFord.com.
Honey, did you invite the minions over?
Well, you know how we talked about getting Wi-Fi from Xfinity?
Yeah.
I ordered it this morning, was online in minutes, then they showed up.
So they just came over to use the Wi-Fi?
They even brought their own devices and spell book.
You didn't give them the new Wi-Fi password, right?
No.
That's good.
I gave them our old one. Because Xfinity lets us keep the same network name and password so devices connect instantly.
What do they want Wi-Fi for anyways?
Better not to know. Plausible deniability.
Get streaming or scheming instantly with same-day Wi-Fi from Xfinity. Plus, lock in one price for the most reliable fiber-powered Wi-Fi for 5 years. Guaranteed. And see Minions and Monsters only in theaters. Xfinity. Imagine that. Restrictions apply. Not available in all areas. Use of fiber coaxial cable. Learn more at xfinity.com/same-day Wi-Fi.
Are you looking for the best deal on a new home? Discover the D.R. Horton Home of the Week. With new home communities from Lacey to Stanwood, ranging from the low 500s to the high 1 million.